Hey, CDA, and today we're playing some more No Man's Sky because I'm still completely addicted to this game. In the last episode I did a lot of the tutorial missions, I would say, that are kind of interesting. They show you all the different aspects of the game and you do unlock quite a few things doing them, but it does feel like at this point I am kind of getting to the part where those are mostly done. I mean, I still have a few missions left, but I think it is also starting to become time to focus a bit more on the main quest. I've also been pretty much ignoring the Nexus quests because they seem kind of random things to do that do give you pretty nice rewards, but they don't seem to be focused on really progressing into the game, but I might be missing something here, so let me know in the comments if that is the case. First things first though, let's see what's up with my fleet. I think everyone should be back by now since the last time I played. Yep. So that means I can go to my 3 command centers over here and check out what rewards I got from all my quests. And there you go, I'm really starting to like these missions. I got about 5 or 6 million worth of units, and that was worth it by itself, but I also, on top of that, got a lot of random materials. Now, all of this I could either sell and get even more money out of it. I think it's like 3 million or so, a little bit less than that probably as well. But honestly, I'm just going to keep these materials because all of this is just going to save me a lot of mining by myself. And of course, I send my ships right back on a new mission, and now it's time to do some actual exploring ourselves. In order to make all my explorations a little bit more efficient, I really want to start making more use of my roamer. However, the roamer itself is looking slightly underwhelming, so let's see if we can do something about that just because I can, and also because I have so many nanites to spend, we might as well. And there we go, I went on a little bit of a shopping spree. So this is a combination of things I crafted through the anomaly recipes. So for example, the Exocraft laser, as well as the basic one, honestly, as well as the advanced version. As you can see, this boosts the mining capacity of my roamer quite a bit, and you know, it actually gives the roamer a mining capacity, which is awesome. I also have the radar installed on this now with a couple of boosts to make sure it has a lot of range. That should make exploring planets a lot easier. I don't even have to get out of my roamer to mine some stuff. I can scan from the roamer as well. I upgraded the boosting a little bit as well, and I put some protection in here so I can actually drive around planets without getting myself killed. That might actually be really fun in order to do some mining for storm crystals and such as well. Now, let's see. I also have the grip boost suspension. This is going to make my turning a little bit more aggressive. That's, I think, a nice thing to have. And then I'm trying to install a fuel system as well, but I actually do need storm crystals for that, so we might need to go out and get some. And there are just some random upgrades that I bought on some of the stations. So as you can see, a little bit less fuel, a little bit more speed. There's plenty of room to improve this further, but I think for the moment this will do. Okay, so let's continue with making a healthy chunk of damage to my quest log. And chunk of damage to my quest log, I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. Anyway, I think this should allow us to complete your quest. I probably need to select it first. That is really annoying, I have to say, but you know, it is what it is. So we have grown and harvested fungal clusters. Please tell me that I can actually complete the quest. Yeah, thank you. Okay, let me see those fungal clusters of yours. Okay, let's see, and there we go. Now you have mastered some of the more dangerous flora. Let's go one step further. Ah, gamma weed. I really hope I remember to pick that up from the planet we just left. Oh, man. You're apparently coming from a planet that has all that nuclear damage. Okay. We shall cultivate it here. Okay. Okay. Let's see. So, do I get the recipe for that? I think I just did. We need uranium, which I have, and gamma root, which I hopefully also remember to bring. Let me check that. So, gamma root, there we go, and uranium. Well, we have so much uranium, that should not be a problem. And there we go, I'm starting to get quite a bit of a outdoor factory over here with all kinds of plants in it. Now, at some point, I might want to expand this into a giant thing, but let's just continue a little bit with the quest before we do that. Oh, actually, speaking of quests, I just realized that I now have the uranium to actually finish that starship dock that I started in my little town over here. I don't know, like 3 episodes ago by now? Let's go back there and see what's up with that. Well, I'm here at the construction site, and it's actually interesting to notice that my ship seems to sort of land. I don't know why the hatch is open, actually, but it seems to kind of just hover over the landing pad instead of trying to like plant itself in the middle of my base like it does on my my other location. But anyway, let's see, Aronium, right? Yeah, so we have that. We can now finish construction. How long is that going to take? Another hour. Okay. Well, we're also 4.5 million into debt at this point. I think when I first acquired this base, it was like, what, 700, 800,000 or something like that. This is going to take me quite a while before I will ever turn this into a profitable base. Look at that. We have a productivity of 140k. We have to up that with, well, we have to more than double that in order to be anywhere near profitable. So let me know in the comments if there is an easy way to do this, because it feels like this is going to take me a very long time to get this anywhere near profitable. Okay, so for all of these, we are currently in progress, and we need to either find gravitino balls and things like that, or just wait a little bit so we can do that. I think the track a black hole, I don't actually think this is a very specific quest, although we could do this, honestly. But before we do that, I want to do this under a rebel star. I'm not entirely sure if this is related to the main quest or not. I have had this thing in my inventory for a very long time, but it's not a mission, so I can't just click it away, abandon it. So I think this is part of the Atlas path, although I'm not entirely sure. Let's just go and find out. Well, speaking of quests, I just did a whole bunch of missions that came back from my freighter, and along with a whole bunch of materials, I also got a mission that gave me 7 Viking daggers, and we only needed to find 1, so that's 1 quest I can go and turn in straight away. I do have to say that running these freighter missions is a little bit resource intensive at the moment, because I'm running out of tritium and I'm actually completely out of my dihydrogen, but I'm gonna leave it for the moment and just pick that stuff up as I come along it, because I do want to focus on the main quest for now. Although, if I keep my fleet rather small and at least include a lot of supply vessels, it doesn't look too bad, so I might still be able to do a couple of quests along the way. So, I actually just forgot to record this, but I talked to the entity over here, and he just gave me nanites in return for information about mineral data. Now, I guess that I can just keep repeating this. As what are you studying? So he's going to give me a kind of like repeating quest that maybe I can do once per day or something like that. It's not really a quest, but he's just asking me for information. It seems very similar to one of those NPCs on the anomaly that just where you can just hand in something, information that you discovered about whatever, and they will give you nanite. So maybe I now have that guy basically in my base. That would be kind of neat. Anyway, that hopefully means that I'm done with the scientist quest line, so that at least is one done. Let's see. I have not been idle in your absence, Interlope. I have crafted another upgrade module for your ship, but the daggers, I can smell the battle enzyme from across the room. Yep, I have 8 of them for you. He plunged into its own arm. Okay. They are immediately... Oh, okay, so plunging a dagger in your arm revives you. That's a thing, I guess. Okay, so we have a phase beam... Oh, this is a starship weapon. Ah. Okay. So this can recharge the user's... Recharge the user's shields by leeching energy from the target system shield. Ah. Okay, that's interesting. Now we are ready, Interloper. The sentinels are here, and you shall heed out to me. Oh boy, okay. This day shall be glorious. Am I going to be literally attacked right in my base? The Arbiter warns me that multiple sentinel forces have arrived near our home. I must defeat them. Okie dokie. A Cyclotron Ballista. Oh, okay, so this is one of the other weapons I didn't have yet. A powerful ship-to-ship weapon flinging plasmatic balls of ionizing radiation towards your selected target. These projectiles can disable starship engines, leaving the target vulnerable to attack from other weapons. Now, honestly, I've been shooting everything out of the air with ease so far. So I'm not entirely sure it's worth completely redesigning my ship for this. But, oh, we actually got the recipe for the positron injector as well. So these are all upgrades I could also buy at the anomaly. So this is kind of cool, honestly, that I'm getting all of this technology, because now I can just pick whatever weapon I want to use, pretty much. Alright, that's kind of cool. New active mission, weapons research. So let me see what it actually wants me to do. Once again, this is not what the quests are. Engage and destroy the sentinels. So we don't actually have to do this. I can unpin this formula as well if I don't care about it. I can always install it later. I guess we are going to be defeating some sentinels. Now, are they going to be out here? I think the hint was that Whoop, yep, nope, there, yep, they're here. They're here. Oh, hey, hold on. Can I just hide in here? I mean, I don't want to do that, don't get me wrong, but I wonder what we actually need to do. Hello? Oh, my thingy was empty there for a moment. I mean, this isn't very exciting, and I can just literally do a few steps back. I don't think they can actually shoot at my base. So, you know, that's one way of defeating them. I do have to say, it's not the most engaging combat, this. Sentinel searching. Hello, I'm here. Yeah, you found me. Good job. Now, what do I actually need to do in order to complete this quest? Let me double check. Engage and destroy the sentinels. It hasn't completed yet, so we might actually have to do the entire 5 waves. Let's hope it doesn't bug out this time. So I probably shouldn't be hiding this time either. Okay then, that is a very big boy. Ouch. Also, maybe I can hide behind my ship, sort of? I don't know. I'm just gonna see if I can blast it as hard as possible. I also, actually, hold on. I might want to switch my weapon. This might work better. Oh, I kind of like the blaster. It does do a lot of focus damage. Although I do have to actually aim a little bit better than what I've been doing so far. It does seem to do a whole lot of bulk damage. Ouch. Actually, I'm not entirely sure which weapon might be better. Okay, so a couple of remarks in my battle so far, and I'm once again hiding out. This thing is extremely derpy. It's just hopping around like an idiot, but it also does a lot of damage. And honestly, it's mostly the other smaller walker that does a ton of damage as well. It seems a bit more focused, but as you can see, it is hurting me quite a bit. I'm also really low on health, so I'm not entirely sure I'm gonna survive this battle. Okay, I think I whittled all of them down, and that was the last one, right? I really hope that completed my quest, because that took me a lot longer than I would want to admit. But as you can see, Sentinel's disabled, and yep, we can actually return to the armor. I have a lot of stuff to loot, by the way, as well. So I'm gonna be really curious what that's going to bring me. You survived the Herkvel, Traveler. Okay, forgive me, I was wrong. Okay, it's you, Traveler. It is you and you alone. It sounds like the lyrics of some song. Anyway, the Viking promises not to cause any more trouble for the base, apologizing profusely. You better, yes, please. Telling me that the living deserve service more than the dead, that I especially am worthy of their aid. Okay. What reward am I gonna get? Ooh, a combat scope. I actually was looking for this. I think I could also buy it on the anomaly, but yeah, it's nice that we can upgrade our little thing with that. Okay, I have been inspired by your actions to craft a multi-tool of great power. I have a feeling I'm not going to be definitely not going to be using that. Oh well, my current one is way better, but we can just compare it and take it. I mean, there's no downside of taking it, right? But look at that. This is the one I have is a 1.2, and this is the cost. So we're definitely not gonna exchange it, but we are going to just buy and add it to the collection. Sure, why not? If that makes you happy, then I'm happy as well. Okay. Was that it for your quests? I have been... Didn't we already get it? Oh, you can just get another one? Because, as you can see, it actually did exchange it with the one I have. I really hope I didn't accidentally exchange it, but I'm pretty sure I didn't, right? So, let's see. Swap multi-tool. I forgot which one it was. I think it was the Herald of the Nexus, question mark? Yeah, this was my multi-tool. And now we can actually think about installing a combat scope, and I do think that is probably worth it. All we need to do is add in a wiring loom, and then we should have a nice little upgrade. Oh man, would you look at my pretty base? It looks like a Swiss cheese at this point, and there's also some garbage in here. This robot is actually still here. Huh, can we do something with this? I mean, it's bad enough that my ship keeps landing on top of my base, even though I have a perfectly fine landing pad right over there. I know it doesn't fit, but still. Oh, look. Walker brain? Oh, we can mine the walker brain. That is, that's a thing. Well, let's see. Oh, can I mine the rest of you? I mean, I kind of want to get rid of the rest of you as well. Are you just gonna stay here as a trophy or something? I mean, it's sort of cool, I suppose. Doesn't look like I can actually mine any of this. Huh. What are you? Oh, a sentinel pillar. Okay. Yeah, not entirely sure what I'm supposed to do with this giant robot that is now stuck in my base. But I guess there's worse thing. I can at least use my terrain tool to repair the holes in my base. Okay, so I have the combat scope up and running, and I have zero idea what it does because it doesn't actually tell you. I mean, it is a recoil stabilizing, so I guess it reduces recoil, which might be useful, especially considering the Uzi type of gun I'm mostly using so far. But it might have been a little bit more precise than that. I guess we'll notice next time we have a significant battle. However, in the meanwhile, again, I keep messing up these menus. We still need to wait a little bit for this. We still need to find the Gravitino ball, but we'll come across that. We're still waiting for our building to be completed. So I guess this is as good a time as any to go and find some more coordinates to see what this Under a Rebel Star quest is all about. Seems we're going back to a planet we have already been to before, but that's okay. Let's see what is there to find. I love my new little upgraded roamer. It is so much fun to drive around with this stuff. I guess this is where I need to go. Is it? Target in range. Yep, there we go. Now let's see what you have to tell us. Yeah, I am definitely going to pick up all that stuff as well, but you know what is in those boxes by now. So let's see, there's nothing here but the distress beacon of a crashed starship. There's no sign of life. Aww. I attempt to salvage what I can from the logs of the crashed ship. Shifting through the diagnostic data, I appear to have been the victim of a sudden overwhelming assault. Well, let's see, recover that. Among the endless data, the countless warnings and errors triggered by the flames that consumed the ship, there's a fragment of a recording, and a window into the starship's final moments. Stuff! Suddenly the voice changes. The muffled shouts of the pilot fade away, cut through by the words that ring out in a clear and powerful tone. Why did the music just change? Why is there music? I have the music turned off. Okay, resist the red. We shall cut out its crimson eye. The end of the message is accompanied by a clear navigational signal. A rendezvous point, but for who? I guess we're going to be finding out. Death to the Scarlet Tyrants. Oh no, no, no! Okay, let me claim the ship quickly because I assume it's kind of a nice looking ship, honestly. We are going to claim the ship. We are definitely not going to swap to the ship. Corrupted sentinels. Well, these are new. Now I kind of want to take them out. Yay, shields! I should probably be using those shields more often. There isn't that. Oh yeah, and I definitely can notice that the combat visor is on. I am shooting a lot more straight than I was before, which is saying a lot considering I have zero aiming skills. But now I want to know what happens when I take out the last one of you, because there isn't. Well, there is kind of that counter. So if I take you out, are new ones gonna spawn, or was that it? Going once, going twice? Ah, that seems to have been it. Yeah, you're a normal one. You're definitely not one of the corrupted ones. Huh, that's interesting. And yeah, as a side note, I am still picking up all kinds of technology. I have like 2 full stacks in my my storage now of these salvaged data, like the double stack. So I guess that's almost 4 stacks full of that stuff. But yeah, not entirely sure when I'm gonna spend all the navigational data and stuff like that I've been gathering, but there's a lot of it. Oh man, mining from my little roamer is so satisfying. Anyway, focus TDA, we are going to need to activate the rendezvous boat beacon, which is apparently going to send us somewhere else. And I'm kind of interested to see where that is going to lead us, because we just came from a crashed ship, so where is this going to send us? And yeah, I did get distracted a little bit by a drop pod that I wanted to use, but where are we going? We're going to a different planet. Well, that works. Would you look at that? We get another derelict freighter. Oh, hello. We also get some enemy fighters, apparently. Okay, that was the hostile ship, so that is really nice. Now, what do we need to do? Use the starship scanner to ping the navigation beacon. There we go. Oh, we have an incoming frequency. That's interesting. You wish to follow us. Seize your freedom to reject the grand lies of the Atlas. I don't know, we're also following the Atlas quest, but... challenge the caller? I only hear static in reply, a faint laugh echoing through the noise. Well then, follow the voice of freedom. How do I do that? Oh, that's actually going to lead me to a new location. I kind of want to check out this derelict freighter though. Can we enter this somehow? I mean, this thing is huge by the looks of it. I just don't know if this is something I can actively board. I mean, there's a thingy here. Can I interact with the thingy? I actually don't know. Let me figure this out. Okay, as far as I can tell, I can't actually do anything with this, which is a little bit disappointing, I have to say. It looks really cool, and I also kind of expected to be this to be a similar quest that like the one we've done during the expedition, but I guess not. So we're just gonna go and continue with the quest. Okay, so the next quest is going to send us to this quite beautiful planet, honestly, and I figured out, way too slow, that the ships that are flying with me to the planets are actually my squadron. Well, ships, I think it's just the single one for the moment, but it took me way too long to figure out why there was a ship constantly following me around. Okay, here we are at a new location, and hopefully we'll be able to get some more information on our quest over here. Let's see, the voice of freedom. Glorious survivor, welcome. The path to liberty is and shall be our own masters. Rid of the crimson illusion, a sky for the strong. Oh, it begins printing a secure pass. Invitation? A ticket to freedom. Let's see. A ticket to freedom. Glorious survivor, the promised star will be yours. A secure system pass. Huh. Bearing the mark of the voice of freedom. Select the pass and use the accept invitation to pin the location in your navigation system. That's interesting. I guess that's what we're doing. Well, let's find out where we're going. Well, the next target is off limits, and I have a feeling this guy has nothing to do with the main quest line, but let's see. He's listening to an angry message. He was basically looking at Angry Doc. Movies? I don't know. He seems very angry in general. Okay. The datapad screen has switched to a display of threatening diagram in which the warrior appears to be missing several vital parts of their anatomy. Okay. They turn to me, imploring. I have no idea what to give. Let's give me a dagger. Those were the ones that were healing you, right? Okay, seems to be happy about that. He hands for their multi-tool. They have no more need of it. What am I gonna do with this guy? Come on. Is there a point in accepting these multi-tools? I have like 6 of them now already. I'm just gonna decline. I think I'll be fine without that. I do get standing. Can I do anything more with you? Nope. Okay, well, at least giving the guy without his organs a dagger is apparently the right answer, and I did learn that from the other quest, so, you know, a little bit of progress in terms of the lore of this world. Let's see where that system pass is going to lead us. Okay, well, it seems like we're going to a new system. This is interesting. So we actually have an outlaw station in this sector. I assume that is different from the stations that we've seen so far. Well, that's definitely different. How is that? It's a plasma accident. Okay, can I scan that? Or is that one of those stations from like the ancient version of the game that we can't actually interact with? It doesn't look like we can do anything here. I do still think these things are really cool though. I'm kind of sad that these stations don't look like that anymore. Also, apparently, whatever my target was is now somewhere else. Because that is what I was warping towards. But is it actually on the planet? I guess we're about to find out. Aw, I am a little bit disappointed because it seems that this Outlaw station looks exactly like all the stations I've visited before. Well, actually, it looks like the stations I visited before on the expedition, now I think of it. Huh. I mean, it definitely has a different vibe to it. This one actually seems to be built with, you know, actual people, unlike the ones from the expedition, though. So that is interesting, actually. Can we... Do these things at least come with a portal? Or am I just not seeing that portal? Oh, I'm gonna have to walk the entire way, aren't I? So I do have to say, I really like the vibe of this little town over here. Actually, I like this more than the normal stations. It would have been nice if I could have parked a little closer, but other than that, yeah, I mean, this is kind of cool. So apparently I need to go just talk to random people, I suppose. I like the fact that the teleporter is right there, so I can actually get back to the system. Is that room up here that was opened? No, it's actually closed up, it seems. Ah, that's a shame. Well, I guess we're off to talk to a whole bunch of people. This thing is called a looting entity? I mean, now I kind of want to loot him. Anyway, there are no Gex, no Carfax, no Viking. Here we speak one tongue. Here we are free. Oh, ask about the voice of freedom. Only the strong deserve to sing with the glorious voice of freedom. We do not permit the weak to find us. We need to interrogate a whole bunch of them. Welcome, new face. To find us is to be chosen. To find us is to be free. What about the voice of freedom? There are those who would deny us freedom. New face. Those who would sacrifice everything to appease the sentinels, but the voice keeps us free. Okay. There's also loot. There's loot. Back there. How do I get back there? I mean, there's looting entities here. And apparently... Oh, I was expecting to get a milestone for walking there. That would have been very appropriate after the whole walking back and forth to my ship. Anyway, I guess we are going to have to talk to some more NPCs. The director of raiding. I'm loving the names. Anyway, the Crimson Fiend corrupts minds across the galaxy. No more will we have prostrate ourselves before its all-seeing red eye. Okay, what about the voice of freedom? To speak with the voice of freedom is to roar back against the Crimson Void. None of you are making a lot of sense. Oh, look, we have a raiding entity. So he's the raiding commander, and you're the raiding entity. One of us, one of us, one of us. The voice is not one voice, but many. It's our voice. It's your voice. Uh-huh. Ooh, what did we just get? A flowing silken shroud bestowed upon those who would sing with the voice of freedom. Transform the appearance of your exosuit with this exclusive appearance override and an appearance modifier. Huh. Well, okay then. Now, what was that we just got? Now, oh, by the way, someone in the comments just told me that by pressing H, I can cycle through these messages, and that is awesome. So I can actually look at my quest. So explore the Outlaw station, examine the subverted station core. So I'm assuming... Oh, that's it. It actually has a quest marker. Yep. So what is this? Life support systems. Seems to be somewhat working. Request the voice of freedom. Glorious survivor, the promised star will be yours. Glass, 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 glass. There's a lot of glass, apparently. Now what? Visit the black market shipping agent. Oh, we're just getting the tour? Oh, we're going to have to visit all of these things? Okay, sure. So we have a black market over here. That sells black market stuff, I guess. I'll buy some tritium and some dihydrogen. I need that for all my missions, you know. I'm just picking it up whenever I get it. I mean, I have plenty of money, so that's not the problem. Yeah, so I guess I could buy some of these tech things, but I also got them just from killing pirates, so I'm not entirely sure this is worth the effort, but okay. So what else? It is interesting that if we do find stolen goods, we could, I guess, do something with that. Oh, what is up here? The Bounty Master. Raid a capital ship. Oh, we get a salvage module for that. Cursed spawn relics. What's that? Cursed dust. Oh. Okay, so it's interesting to see that there are different missions here as well than on the other stations. Raiding a capital ship seems like a very good way to tank your reputation. But yeah, the frigate modules at some point might be useful. I'm gonna hold off for that. I'm just gonna follow the main quest, but we definitely need some of those things at some point. We have the salvage dealer here as well. He's the one that sells those X upgrades. Interesting. Okay. And then who else do we need to visit? I guess the one in the back that I skipped initially. Oh, actually no, that was all of them. Now I do want to know what you sell. You're a scrap dealer. Oh, these are the same. No, yeah. So these are the same things that we could, I think, buy from the guy on the normal stations as well. Oh no, he does seem to have a different inventory. At least I think he does. Right. Anyway, anyone here that sells anything? Do you have a weapon terminal? Do we have an upgrade terminal in here as well? Hold on, let me look for that. Yep, I ran straight past it. Oh, luckily I followed out this in time. Let's make sure we get another upgrade. The things are getting slightly more expensive at this point, but still 100k is nothing. That's like scanning one animal. Oh, hello. Station flight path monitor alert. Exit clearance pending. Okay. The voice of freedom will not permit the Atlas silence. New face carries our voice. Okay. You must hide your trail. Take this document. Disrupt the traffic records at the station core. Your voice will be free in the darkness. Okay. Rare item found. A counterfeit starship registration document. This digital signature is guaranteed free of previous crimes or misdemeanors. Can be used to reset any negative faction standing. Huh. Oh, that just got dumped to my starship. Okay. Well, that's kind of cool. I don't really need it. I have a pretty good standing with everyone, as far as I know. But it's good to have an option to reset it, I suppose. Now what? Oh, black market goods acquired. Oh, smuggling can be highly profitable. Use the forged passport to disguise your visits to the Outlaw station. Okay. Use the galaxy. So I need to use this now. No, I don't need to use it now. I need to use... Okay, it's a little confusing because it says to use that, but... I mean, I didn't do anything wrong, right? I just visited the station? I don't know. Well, it seems the questline really wants me to use the passport at the station, so I guess we're going to do just that. Oh, hello. Let's see if we can get this pirate flagship under our control, because I think I'm supposed to destroy the engines, then the turrets, and that should do it. I'm actually wondering, am I attacking the good guys or the bad guys? I mean, I did just destroy this freighter, I think, but I'm not entirely sure on whose side I'm fighting on at the moment, but there is only one sentinel left, so I guess we're about to find out. Yeah, so I'm definitely attacking the wrong guys at the moment. It is interesting that you can apparently play pirates, so that is something we could do. So let's see, shield is at 0%. Yeah, I think I was just demolishing the good guys. Whoopsie. Oh, well then, I was definitely attacking the wrong guys, but at least now I have a reason to use my passport. I also got a couple of upgrades while attacking that other freighter, so we got some upgrades for my own freighter. So, you know, not my proudest moment, but we got something out of that at least. Okay, so at least it seems that even though I did attack the wrong fleet, I didn't lose too much standing, so I'm still in the positive, although it's nowhere near the one I have with the GAC, but I have been interacting with these guys a lot more than anyone else. Core factions are really low, but again, not negative either. Let's see, the other factions, actually everyone likes me. The Outlaws like me, the Merchants like me. That's an interesting thing that you apparently can do, but yeah, let's see. We are going to need to do what now exactly? Let me check the quest, because I think we just got the thing marked off where we needed to cover our tracks. Oh, look, we actually completed the entire quest. it is no longer in our overview. That is interesting. So then I'm gonna go and pop back to my little settlement to see if my building completed. Oh, interesting. I can actually sell the force passport as well with a very hefty bonus because it's smuggled contraband. That's interesting. So apparently being a pirate is very profitable indeed. I mean, this thing alone sells for 700k. Not entirely sure where I would get more of them. Since I don't need it at the moment, I might as well just sell it. Would you look at that, the starship dock is complete. So let's open this up, unveil the completed structure. That's kind of cool. So let's see, fireworks. Nice. Okay. Is my ship actually going to land here? Well, someone else is going to land here, apparently. A visitor has arrived. So use the administration terminal in your office to greet the visitor. The starship of attendant Melark. I mean, you're the visitor, right? Can't I just greet you here? No, this is just another one of those traders. Not traders, traders. Anyway, yeah, it would have been nice if I was actually able to land on my brand new platform myself the first time, but at least it's getting used. Okay, so let's do a very personal greeting of a visitor through the terminal. There we go. Assistant value gag. Ah, okay, so we can either assist them or have them removed. If I assist them, let's see. Okay, let's see. He was found lurking outside of the settlement walls. They say their communication systems have failed. They need to make a broadcast to call their home station. So I can either have them moved, that will decrease my standing, or I need to spend a little bit and then increase their No, this seems like a no-brainer. I have no idea why I wouldn't do that, at least. Okay, so we're going to get new citizen proposals every now and then. Hold on. H, that was the button I was looking for. The Overseer is free to explore the universe. The administration terminal will alert you when required. Okay. Let's see, let's actually check the status here. So we are still quite far away from the maximum population. We are still gaining a massive amount of debt. We are also extremely unhappy. We have a worm infestation. We are unlucky. We have trade network failing. Okay. Now the real question is, how do we do something about this? I kind of want to build a new building. I also completely forgot how we were supposed to do that because it's since so long ago. I also think we should be able to... Oh, look. Here we go. Check the building details. So we could upgrade this. It currently has a 6,000 productivity and upkeep cost of 27,000, but I'm not sure if these correlate to each other because now it's just... We will be better off not having this building basically. But if I upgrade this with some nanites... That is going to... Oh, that's only going to take 1.5 minutes. Hold on. And there we go. This is the upgraded version. Now, it doesn't seem to be very productive, but it is actually increasing my happiness slightly more. And I can keep upgrading my buildings as well, it seems. So it's now currently level B. Let's see, can I do the same thing with my landing pad? So yeah, it looks like it. So currently my landing pad is level C. It is producing, it's costing me a lot more than it produces. I still wonder about this ratio. That feels really weird that buildings basically start out being a net negative to your base. I mean, it's reducing my happiness and it's not even producing anywhere near what it's costing me to do it. But you know, maybe if we upgrade it a little bit, let's see what happens. Now that's going to once again take an hour to do. So this feels like a very slow progress. But I guess that's kind of okay because we have plenty of other things to do. So, for example, we could follow the Ghost in the Machine questline that is basically telling me to collect nanites to buy technology upgrades. Now, I don't know exactly if I need to buy something specific. It doesn't look like it, but it does tell me that I can find that stuff in abandoned buildings, and apparently it's also guiding me to one. So let's go over there and raid it. And just as I was about to leave, I just got another citizen request, and apparently these guys want to go on an expedition. Can we just deny that or take on some more debt? I mean, we have 5 million in debt at the moment anyway, so I'm definitely going to do this. They have found basically a relic site, or at least a map to it. and they feel compelled to investigate. I guess go ahead and do that, and let's see if that actually gives us something in return. Oh, I guess this was one of those beginner quests as well that is kind of trying to teach me that I can find useful stuff in these places. Now, let's see. Let's loot all of the stuff out of here and let's interact with the machine. I wonder if we will actually get an interesting new type of conversation with this thing. What are the sentinels? They appear in countless worlds without summons or warning, and they traverse the galaxy unopposed and enforce their will upon every sentient being they encounter. Who made them? Who gave them the will to police the stars and demand that we bow to their silent rules? The goal of the experiment was to learn the answers to these questions. It began on an uncharted world beneath a blue-white sun far from the axis of civilization. The first drone screamed when it was cut open. Ouch. Okay. I discovered something coded deep inside the long-dead traveler's data log. But this is just one of those random upgrades, I guess, or at least no, it's just getting nanites, which I guess is nice. We like nanites. I'm just ignoring the plant at this point. I mean, it barely does anything anyway. We can loot a little bit here, but yeah, let's see. Now we're being told to locate a multi-tool technology merchant, and oh, okay, so we're basically being taught how to gain nanites and spend nanites. This is a little weird to do this quest line once you have... Oh. I mean, it's telling me how to upgrade my multi-tool. I think I figured that out by now, but it would have been nice if there was some more indication of how advanced some of these quests were. I mean, I'm not even sure in which order I got these quests, so that might just be me doing things in the wrong order. Definitely a possibility. But if these are meant to be the tutorial, maybe, you know, mark them as such. I don't know. But let's just continue and see if this gets more complicated and deep after. Oh, look, it's a multi-tool merchant. Let's see. How did you just get me? Oh, a bolt caster module level C. Oh, man. Okay, install your upgrade module. Really? Well, I guess. I mean, it's free anyway, but still. Let's install this thing, and yay, now I upgraded my bolt thingy. Is this even doing something? I think I have a different weapon at this point. Anyway, doesn't matter. When ready, return to space to make contact with Apollo. Okay. Okay, Apollo, to quote the Spice Girls, tell me what you want. What you really, really want. You're not alone. I know you, traveler. I know where you've been. You've been stalking me, apparently. Okay. There's no need to hurry. So, who are you? He is so talkative. You will find this when the time is right. I mean, this guy sounds like the outlaws I was just contacting. Okay, that was it? Okay. Return to space and contact Apollo. Oh, there we go. Hello, Apollo. Are you ready? Make sure you are. This job isn't going to be a small one. You might not be heading back to that base of yours for a while. Well, that sounds cool. Good. Let the hunt begin. I've detected the Corvax installation on that world of yours. The interference in your transmissions is a giveaway. Might be guised in the style of another species, but don't be fooled. The synthetics delight in espionage. Well, you're a robot. I'm not a robotic. I was born just like you were. Really? Okay. But this is no world for flesh. My brain, what organs I have left, everything was transferred to this shell. Ah, okay. How did that happen? I took my revenge when the time came. That's all you need to know. Okay. So, start from the hypothesis that the Sentinel use these portals to get around. Okay, how do they activate it? We need to observe. We need to summon them. And what better way than to attack a secret Corvax factory? They're both robotic life forms, too much in common, too much coincidence. Enter the factory and hack the terminal within. We gain data about Sentinels, good. If not, we'll have summoned enough of them, okay, to trace any energy spikes on that world of yours. The portals will be ours in no time. Ooh, so we're going to do a whole... I mean, it feels like Cyberpunk now. We're attacking facilities and destroying them and stuff like that. But I guess that's what we're doing. Well, I was on my way to the facility when I found this crashed ship, and it had a conflict scanner in it. Now, not entirely sure what the point of that is, but I guess it makes it easier to find systems where there might be fights going on, and we might be able to get some more, you know, ambushes by pirates and stuff like that. I don't know, but at least it's nice to have another option to find stuff along the way. What did I just loot from this thing, actually? I'm just talking and clicking random things at the moment, but let's see, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. There's an upgrade. A movement module. Oh, that's nice. Can I actually install that thingy? Oh, it's for my starship, right? It's for my starship. Well, we'll need to make some room for that, but it might be worth it. Alright, so this is the facility that we're supposed to visit, and I need to shoot down the door. It goes a lot quicker now I have a decent weapon. Alert, alert! Anyone in here? I don't expect anyone to be in here, honestly. Oh, we get the sentinels now. Hello, Foundry. Okay, let's see. We need to repair this. We need some sodium, which I have, some pure ferrite, and we need chromatic metal. I have all of that, but I'll need to get it from my ship, and I'll wait for the sentinels to first go away before I do that. I do have to say it's super nice to have access to all of these materials on my ship rather than having to go back to my base to get it. I mean, it's just a massive quality of life upgrade. Okay, so let's try this again. We have this, we have this. And that should do the trick, right? There we go. I like how the sentinel is literally like right next to me and not seeing me or doing anything. So there's an upgrade module for my X-suit. However, I find a few clues for Apollo. It seems the Corvex left this world many days ago. Apparently recalled on a priority transmission to their species flotilla. Something has them worried. Okay, so let's probe the factory logs. This place seemed to have been more than just a factory. It was home to the Corvex who lived within its walls. It appears that they have been experimenting with autonomy from their collective. We're examining video feeds now. One of the internal sensors has recorded movement within the facility. It shows me footage of the vents at my feet. There is something in here with me. I shine a light upon it. Always a good idea, right? It's a small hairy creature, shaking and afraid. It cries out. The animal appears to have lived here for quite some time. There's a nest in the corner, vestiges of food upon a small dish, even a few clumsy toys and trinkets. Animal seems to have been a companion to the Corvex. My scanner tells me that the creature is gravely ill. It will die no matter what intervention. Ah. We can feed it? I'm not gonna kill it. Ah, this is so sad. I move on from the factory complex, leaving the animal to its fate. Do we see the animal? Probably not. I kind of wish I euthanized it, but yeah, I don't know. Why are the sentinels now searching again? That's kind of weird. Also, on a different note, this is an historic moment. This is the first time I'm opening an Atlas door V2. At least, I thought I was opening a door. Hello? That's not working? Why is that not working? Oh, this one opens. So, is there anything good in here? Some nitrate, some health restoring. This doesn't feel particularly exciting so far. I mean, having a couple of more boxes to loot is nice, I suppose. Is there nothing better than that in here? Oh, that's a little bit of an anticlimax, I have to say. Really? I'm still half expecting to find something more valuable. I mean, this is all nice, but... yeah, well, okay, I guess that's it. Well, that's a little bit disappointing. Now, let me double check the other door, because I don't know why that one didn't actually open. Ah, there we go. So there is nothing back here from the looks of it, but there is yet another one of these things. Remembrance required? What? How do we get that? I have no idea what a remembrance even is. Well, I'm sure someone in the comments will enlighten me, but yeah, I have no idea what that just meant. Anyway, what's the next step for the quest? Because I actually kind of didn't get the point there. Oh, we just need to go back into space. Okie dokie, there we go. Apollo, good work. You attacked on that factory, paid off. Did you get any useful data? Sure. Let's see, what happens next? I recorded countless signal flares when the sentinels started to appear. Every energy stream sparked beneath the planet's surface. Moving from monolith to monolith, okay. We must be on the right track. Examine these structures, they're all linked, I know. I'll attune your scanner to the sentinel energy signals. We shall soon have our prey. Good luck. I'll speak to you on the other side. Okay, well, that's nice. So what are we looking for? In space, summon the anomaly. Ah, okay, so we need to bring word of Apollo's plan to Nada as well. Well, before we do that, I just got the word that the building on, or the expedition, I should say, in my settlement is done, and I'm kind of curious to see what it actually does. Oh, and just as important, my landing area upgrade is ready. So let's see, we go from 11,000, well, it's about a 9,000 deficit. If we unveil this, what happens? I like how every time instantly someone lands there, so not sure if that's pre-programmed or not, but it's kind of cool. Anyway, let's see. So, happiness decreased to 0%. Ah, look! Look! We actually have a building that is making a profit. Owner is very popular. And if we have one millennium, we could upgrade this to an A class. Ah, interesting. So, yeah, so it's actually contributing to happiness now, and we're making a profit from this one building. Now, we do have plenty of laminum in our base, so I am just gonna go and pick that up. Okay, so we can start upgrading this with some aluminium now, and I have a feeling that upgrading single buildings from B to A is probably going to be better than upgrading things from C to B. Basing this on nothing other than my gut feeling, but you know, it's worth trying this out. In the meanwhile, let's see what's up with that expedition, so let's debrief them, and let's see. The citizens have returned from their expedition. Envoy Num, the expedition leader, were investigating the coordinates listed on the ancient map. They bring with them a tribute to the overseers, thanks for their support in the mission. So, we can either reduce our debt with quite a bit, or we can just get some nanites. I mean, just give me the nanites. I don't really care about your debt. That might be the wrong choice, but let me check how we are doing with that as well. So we're up to 6% happiness now. We're only losing 200,000 per day. I mean, it's gonna take forever to clear this. I'm also wondering, is there any like impact of having negative debt other than, you know, not getting money? I mean, if this is going to be positive, can I loot this? Can I actually get that money? It's gonna be a while before we find that out. Something I haven't actually tried yet. I can apparently summon my freighter. I don't know why I like this so much, but yeah. Oh, look! Oh, this is actually awesome. It's my entire fleet arriving with it. Ooh, that one is damaged. Can I do something about that? Let's see. Yeah, I know. I'm once again getting distracted. Deal with it. So, what do I do with that? I mean, sure, it is damaged, but I don't know what. Can I like talk with you? No. Hello? Ouch. Oh, hold on. Sorry for making you nauseous. Nauseous? Hard word, English stuff. Oh, wait. I probably need to dock here. And yeah, okay. Didn't realize I could do that. Okay, status reports. The generator units are at optimal load and the tank supply is full. We have leftover fuel cells for your personal use. That's great. Did I actually get anything from that? Because I don't think... it doesn't look like it. What's this? It's a walker brain that I looted before. So... okay, but that didn't actually repair the ship, did it? I mean, if that's all I need to do in order to repair my ship, then, I mean, I'll take it, but... huh. I'm starting to get a little bit confused. Can I dock with all of my ships? Ooh. I mean, this seems like a very complicated way of actually dealing with these ships, but... Well, let's not get distracted and actually go do our quest. So we need to bring word of Apollo's plan to Nada. Okay, so let's see. Nada, what do you have to say for yourself about Apollo? Well, let's explain his plan. A traveler entered Data is not known to Nada, yet they know an Artemis entity, who themselves no longer recalls Nada. That's a very interesting triangle. Anyway, you bring news that alarms Nada. What else does our home fail to see? What should I do? Help me, Nada. Polo friend has kept us safe. Nada's carapace has been Nada's, and Nada's only for many years outside of the cycle of Data. We help others escape, those who might process our reality. Nada has peace here. Okay, you don't want it to end. That's great. So what are we doing? But to better understand, to know what comes for us, do not stop on our accounts. And apparently I got some stuff for that. Continue with Apollo's plan. Search for the source of the sentinel energy trace. Return to space to begin the search. Okay, I have to say, other fleets warping in is also cool, but not quite as cool as my own fleet warping in. I kind of want to see this particular vessel, though. Oh, I have a few of those, I think. Those look really nice compared to, you know, the other versions out there. Anyway, not what we're doing. Once again, getting distracted. So let's see, where do I actually need to go? Let's put it on the current quest. Apparently I don't have a current quest. That's a little bit weird. Hold on. Follow the sentinel energy trace. Oh, it's on a nearby world. Press C to unveil portal ley lines. What the... okay. So, where was that ley line? The quest marker is somewhere over here. Ah, okay. So I guess we're going to go back to the planet once more. For a game that is all about exploring, I do get sent to the same planets quite often. But, yeah, you know. I guess that's just to make sure that you can do a lot of this without having to warp all over the place. Now, do we see anything of interest here? Because usually I can already tell where I need to go before I land, which makes things a little bit more efficient. But right now I don't see it. Oh, it was actually this thing we needed to go to. I thought this was one of the smaller ones, but nope, it's a larger one. Traveler. Blah 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 blah. I don't know what to expect as I approach the structure and army of sentinels, some gateway through which I'll find Artemis. But in the shifting structure of this monolith I can feel something else, a story, a vision. It's already burning itself into my eyes. Okay then, that's always a good thing to activate. The traveler woke beneath the shadow of a red star. Through the lonely cosmos they fled, yearning for purpose and meaning. They found an anomaly, an aberration, a door to the heavens. No Gek, no Viking, no Porfix could see it. Only the traveler could perceive the portal, though they did not know how to step through. They did not know the secret language, the glyphs. They did not yet grasp the price of the final truth. Let's witness some glyphs. I am filled with the knowledge of an ancient traveler. I see glyphs in my mind. Part of the code I need to activate a portal. As I depart, I spot a sentinel drone in the distance. It moves away quickly. Okay, so escape or destroy the sentinels. Glyph sets recovered 1 out of 3. Okay. I don't even know where the sentinel is. I mean, I'm on an island, so that was the easiest escape ever. So, what's the next step? Follow the portal or ley lines. Sure, how do I do that? Once again, different. So, continue to trace the signal across the ley lines. The signal has led to an ancient... So we're basically just going to yet another monument. Is that what it is? I guess I'll have to get back into my spaceship first. Oh no, look, before C to detect portal ley lines. Oh, that was enough? Okay. So there is another one. Oh, that's actually quite far away. Oh, let's take the ship. Look at my ship landing on the water like a pro. That expedition definitely paid off. And the next location is one of those little weird temples that I've been finding all over the place. We have a couple of words we can learn here, nothing too interesting to be honest. And then there is another one of these things. So let's see. Warning, blah 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 blah. As I approach the structure, I feel the same burning sensation in my eyes. There's nothing to read, and yet I am more aware of these words than anything I've ever known. Let's find out. The traveler found a way, they always did. The first drone screamed when it was cut open. We heard that line before. Within the shattered memories of sentinels, the traveler found the glyphs they needed. They passed through the gateway, emerging before the face of omnipotence. The traveler asked the Atlas how many worlds were left to visit. They had seen so many in their life. They did not wish to die before they saw them all. And the Atlas answered. Is this the actual number of planets that is in this game? It's probably pretty close. Anyway, more than could be seen in any lifetime, it was impossible to explore the universe before the traveler died. Let's witness some more glyphs. I am filled with the knowledge of an ancient traveler. I see the glyphs in my mind. I think of Atlas, and I have encountered this name many times in my travels, yet its true nature still eludes me. The vision fills me with fear. Okay. I guess we just press C once more to find the final set. And how that works. Oh, maybe I clicked it too quickly. The scanner is recharging. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Actually, it takes longer than I thought it did. Let's see. Okay, so another ley line link detected. And this one is, again, pretty far away. Oh, this one is kind of cool, this big ball. So let's see. There should be some way to interface with this as well. Oh, it's on the other side. Okay. Haven't seen one of these before, actually. And this one, I kind of like the design of this one. So let's see. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, everything here is tinted with that same red, the same unobservable crimson that fills my vision when I blink. I can only hope the structure holds the final glyphs. I'm pretty sure it does, because we are in the last part of this quest. Okay, a purpose. The Atlas told the traveler that they were the first of their kind. Okay, that multitude would follow. Each would be endowed with the same noble soul, each able to travel from planet to planet in eternal solitude. The first traveler rejected the gift of the Atlas. This was not what they hoped for. What was the purpose of infinity if you could not see it at all? If you were alone? If you would one day die? Okay. So all of these worlds, all of time itself, it would be for the travelers to witness. Let's witness the glyphs. Okay, so now what? A leap in the dark, locate and activate a portal. I guess we're going to scan once more. And this is going to lead us to where? I don't see it. Hello? Oh, hold on. It's over there. It's actually pretty close to my base. That's interesting. Well, this thing was nowhere near my base. It was actually not even on the same planet, but you know, reading signals can be hard in this game when they overlap. Anyway, let's see. Did these things just move? I think they did. It looked like a portal, for sure. So let's see. Traveler anomaly confirmed. Breach, breach, breach. Okay. I approach the portal. I think of every passing thought and idle wish that led me to this moment. Within this gateway I might find Artemis. I might find the source of the sentinels. I might find a whole new universe. But it is more than this. This is not fate. I am making a choice. A leap of faith that somewhere out there in the dark I will find who I am meant to be. Let's put in some glyphs. This will be the start of everything. Ooh, we get a cutscene? Oh, sort of, anyway. Okay, this Stargate SG-1, if I've ever seen anything like it. But, I don't know, this is kind of cool, to be honest. So, do I just walk through? Am I going to regret this? Is this kind of like boosting me to a new universe? Apparently there's more than one. I've been told by some of you in the comments. If that's the case, that would be kind of sad. But you know, I guess we're about to find out. Well, we're definitely not on the same planet anymore.
Warning. Hostile system.
Okay. Now what? I hear something. I'm not entirely sure what I'm hearing. Oh, there we go. 16, 16, 16. Atlas protocol initiated. Well, sure. Well, something is happening. And my FPS is dying. You have learned the Atlas word for you. I think I haven't learned any words from the Atlas so far. Ah, this is a new type of station. I mean, we've been on one of these stations before. That was quite a while ago, to be honest. Not sure what happened there. Okay, so I guess we're talking to the Atlas. Is this the Atlas? That looks like something I might not want to be speaking to. But anyway, the text blinks before me. It awaits input. Hello? Hello, world. Okay, an audio recording plays, echoing out across the vast interface. We were once travelers. We once aspired to more than dirt and dust. The audio clicks and time passes. Show me a world, Atlas. Show me something no one has ever seen before. Okay. The voice ends. The interface grows still and silent. It awaits a command. Let's perform a diagnostic. It has been a lot of years since the last diagnostic. 64% of worlds operating within expected parameters. 2.6 million actionable observations awaiting analysis. Subroutine sentinel status error. Subroutine glass. Status operational. Submarine traveler operational. I wonder if any of these numbers actually relate to things people have done in game. But you know, initiate personality interface. Sure. Traveler, reality fades. Everything does. My body, my voice, my soul. All of it speaks to me. The Atlas stands before me in all its might. I want to ask about Artemis. I want to find them, but something is happening to me. I need to get out of here. I need to scream? I tried to scream. I have no mouth, no forum. I like how disturbing some of these lines are. Oh! Going somewhere, once more. I also wonder what happens if you pick another option. If you know this, let me know in the comments. I'm probably not going to be able to redo another whole playthrough or anything like that. So I do wonder if the things you pick in those type of dialogues make any difference whatsoever. Ooh. Akada. I like this planet. It looks really cool. Okay. So we met the Atlas. I keep gaining a lot of titles.
Commencing Atlas system suit initialization.
Actualite. Okay. So now what? Exosuit initiation. Locate your starship. Oh, no. Don't tell me we've actually completely started over now. No, it's still the art of 2.0. Okay. I was starting to get a little worried there that this was actually kind of like a new game plus or something like that. Yeah, so let's go find the art of 2.0 once more. And at this point, I know I've said this probably like 50 times already, but look at how beautiful this game is. It keeps impressing me over and over. Now, luckily, my ship is apparently down there. No idea how it got here, but I'm not complaining. What's this? Oh, copper. Well, we have plenty of that, I think, by now. So yeah, what is like sticking in here? Is this something I can loot? Oh, it's just another stone. Well, anyway, let's get back to the ship and see where the quest leads us next. Oh, look, we actually got some dialogue in the ship. I escaped to my ship, glad of something familiar in this strange world. Where has the portal taken me? I would like to know that, yes. I was caught in the gravity of an infernal machine not strong enough to resist. It identified itself as Atlas, the entity so many worship and fear. I saw no sign of Artemis, no sign of the sentinels. Why did I even step through that gateway? Why did I follow this path? Mostly this because I can. I tell myself that I do all of this because I can, that I do not really care about Artemis or about sentinels. Perhaps this is true. Perhaps I need no higher purpose. Just stare at the console and the opportunity presents itself one more. There's an inbound transmission emerging from a location on this very planet. Really? Well, I guess we're repairing the ship first. Luckily, hopefully. Still have access to my stuff. Do I? Yes, I do. Well, I have pure ferrite right here, so that is not going to be a problem. However, before we leave, we also have that other message. So let's see. You are not alone. The signal appears to be coming from this very system using the same words that led me to Artemis so long ago. Could it be them? Did Artemis meet Atlas as I have? I guess we're about to find out. Oh, I was about to say that there was nothing that I could see here, but there's this tiny little thingy. This is an unknown grave. Okay. I approach the source of the signal. A hologram appears. It is Artemis, but there's only silence. A slow pulse of cosmic noise in the signal. Are you alright? Considering this is a grave, the answer is probably no, but okay. Hologram just stares. It's strange, but I feel a sense of deja vu, as if I've been here before, right at this very moment. What's wrong? As I move closer, the Artemis projection begins to speak, the words punctuated by a strange static. They came, watch closely. Machines, murderers. Yeah, this seems all very familiar indeed. Projection looks at me. Something is very wrong. Scan the hologram. I scan the hologram. It bears the exact same signature as every other transmission I have received from Artemis. There is no ulterior source for the signal. Everything they have said appears to have come from right in front of me. Huh. As I stand here, Artemis begins to speak. Where are Cultum but still beloved? Anomaly, they, Nada, Apollo, watching us, tracking. All the interruptions are a little bit annoying. Abandoned, well, wasn't it through the portal? Please, don't trust. I'm afraid. Aren't. Oh, poor Artemis. The projection fizzles away to mere static. The echo is all that is left of the entity known as Artemis, a grave of glitched data trapped in a sunless reality. My friend is dead. Perhaps they were never alive. I must tell Apollo what I have seen. Ah, that is actually quite sad. Also, there's an creature. I already scanned that one. So, that's the explorer in me. He's like, there's a new creature, must scan. Anyway, yeah. Then the real question is, what do we do next? We need to contact Apollo at the Hollow Terminus. This is return to the Atlas interface, and this is share the portal experience with Nada. So we actually have 2 reasons to go back to the anomaly, so that's what we're doing. Okie dokie, so back to the anomaly we go, and of course I did visit the new space station in this sector as well, because, you know, I keep trying to fill out my entire exosuit. As you can see, I now have all the inventory slots unlocked, at least the ones on this page. I think we are supposed to be able to double up on this at some point, but, you know, this is giving me quite a bit of space to work with. Okay, so let's check out what Nada has to say about this. Hopefully more than Nada. Wait, it has been some time. Apollo has missed you. Explain the portal. I explain my journey through the portal, my vision of the strange world on the other side, and how I awoke a long way away from my ship. Nada looks at me with concern. Traveler, your journey was longer than you might realize. Portals have much in common with our home. Their travel is anomalous. Oh, that's what he meant by it's been a while. You're unharmed, yes? You feel complete? You feel not crimson? Sure. Now that's pleased. All portals are strange, but so is our home. Apollo is clever. Atlas false entity cannot see us. Apollo uses of Atlas falsity against themselves. Okay. So we got Quicksilver for that for some reason. So now what? Look for a way to help Artemis. Okay. We also need to go to... Oh, contact Apollo at a Hollow Terminus. Oh wait, this was Polo, not Apollo. Do you have anything news for me? Ask about strange worlds. We can apparently call, also ask him for random locations of what was it? Black holes and Atlas stations. I mean, I don't think we necessarily need any of those right now, because we need to go return to the Atlas interface or contact Apollo at a Hollow Terminus. Let's go for this one. It does feel like there's an interesting story developing. I'm not entirely sure what the story is about, and I think that's also kind of the point though. It is interesting now that we're in a completely different system to where we were before, so actually just jumping around the universe I think is one of the best things about this game, and well, the storyline actually playing into that I think is a very nice touch. The good old holo projector. Now let's see what we have to find out here. There are no signal matches for Artemis or Apollo. The terminal is a stream of warnings and errors. Well, let's do a manual override. Warning messages cease. Some new frequency shimmers into being. Is this a third party? Some sort? Oh, hello there. You look different. You are not alone. Tell me, what's the point of living if we know that life will finish? Well, journey before destination. That's not an answer. Okay, who are you? You refuse to answer? That's answer enough, I suppose. Sure. I know you, traveler. I know where you've been. I know where you're going. I know what you did last summer. What if I told you that Artemis could be saved? What if I told you that Artemis could live once more after a fashion? What would you do then, I wonder? I need to know more. Well, Artemis was already dead. Your journey to save them has failed. What do you have to lose? Well, my life, for one. A lot of Artemis's data, the heart is glitch. I can help you retrieve them both. We require a mind arc as a receptacle for their soul. Can you do that for me? I am reactivating Artemis' frequency. Speak with them when you are ready. The stranger offers me blueprints for something they call a mind arc. The device they claim will allow me to restore Artemis to life. I guess? I accept not knowing who the stranger is or how they possess such knowledge of my adventures, but there's a chance that I can help Artemis and I will take it. Soul Engine. Wasn't that the... No, that wasn't something else, but it looks similar to what I needed just a second ago. Oh, look, I can also talk to Artemis. Are you? He repeats these words endlessly, unable to see my face or hear my voice. I must craft a mind arc before I can help them further. Well, I guess that's what we're doing then. So, I need soul engine, wiring loom, and glass. I have at least the last two things that I can get them easily. What do we need for the soul engine? We need a living pearl and cadmium. I actually just got a few living pearl on one of the other planets, I think. Did I throw them in here? Oh, I claimed another starship, so I can't actually check. But let me just call my ship and check this out. And yep, I do have some living pearl, so I should be able to create the soul engine now. And do it. No, I do need to go pick up some wiring and glass from my space station. Well, there's an entire fleet jumping on top of me, and it looks like they are including a couple of frigates I can buy. So let's go check those out while we're at it. Are these going to be low-level ones again? Yeah, but again, I have plenty of money, so I might as well just pick some up. We actually don't have that many ships specialized in exploration, so I'm just going to pick up some more ships. And while I was back at my base, I decided why not just deliver the Herbalist quest as well. So now I got a whole bunch of new stuff. Look at that. Gravitino hosts a Venom Urchin Albumin Pearl Ore. Okay, what do we do with those? We shall cultivate a crop of Gravitino hosts. Well, happy to tell you the history of this flora should you wish it. My stories and theories seem to bore the other gag friends. I suppose I am close to the Corvix and I wish to study, but even then those machines lack all sense of surprise, all passion and wonder. I must confess that I frequently feel lonely. So he wants me to use a hydroponics trait to grow Gravitino hosts. Okay then. Many believe they cannot be cultivated through artificial means, but I know they're wrong. Okay, well, getting sidetracked a little bit, I guess, but... What do I need to make one of those? Chromatic metal, silver, and magnetized ferrite. And what's the other stuff that I got? The Venom Urchin? So what does this do? A small amount of potent sac venom, a valuable trading commodity. So I need emerald and gold for that. This one is going to produce what? Oh, Gravitino balls, but I need that for those, for that other quest, so that makes sense. And these are going to give me albumin pearls. Oh, I have plenty of resources to make some of those, so let's do that. Okay then, there we go. We have a little bit of all of those new plants growing over here, and it also means I should be able to complete my Gravitino ball quest pretty soon. I might want to add in a couple more solar panels because I'm running really low on power. The nice thing about having a lot more resources than I did at the beginning is that makes building stuff like this a lot easier. Now I'm not going to win any prizes for design for the moment, and I don't want to promise you I'm gonna do that, but I really do want to do that at some point and make a proper base, because right now this is just plugging all kinds of random things together, and it's starting to annoy me more and more. But we're on a mission, and I did actually just create, where is it? The Mind Arc. Okie dokie, so we're back at the Holo Terminus, this time on a different planet. You could actually reset the quest to use nearby buildings, so that's kind of convenient. Anyway, let's see. We have another message with Artemis, hopefully. Let's see. Yep, there we go. So, are you dead or not? I'm a little confused now. Use the Mind Arc. Activate the Mind Arc. I do not know what I expect. Some show of light and fury. Some catharsis where Artemis emerges in the flesh, restored to life before my eyes. But it's not to be. One moment I see their hologram, and the next there is nothing. The stranger who gave me these blueprints beckons me over. Their signal's still active. Hello. That didn't really work like intended, right? Travelers are a dream, an idea that we have some special place in this universe. Artemis had it. You had it. Apollo too, even though they would conceal it. Even I had this dream long ago. We are countless, my friend, walking these worlds, yearning for friendship. No one wants to be alone, not truly. But the closer you get to others, the more you risk hurting yourself, hurting them. The deepest secrets of the universe, not that of the glass, or the Aarons, or the progenitors. It is that the final act, the decision to abandon those who need you. It's the primal sin, the foundation of existence itself. Go to the stars, traveler. Your friends wait for you. They will help you bring peace to poor Artemis. Return when you are finished. We have much to discuss. Well, okay then. Oh, we're going to bring Artemis to Nada. A copy of Artemis has been stored in the Mind Arc. Ah, that's interesting. And honestly, that's kind of cool. Interesting. Speaking of interesting things, it was talking about Aarons. I got this recipe at some point, the Dream Aerial. I have no idea what to do with this, but this is apparently going to give me the attention of some cosmic megafauna. Some of you helped me remember in the comments that I should try that out, but let's, for the change, try to stay on track and get our asses back to Nada to continue the questline. And there we go. This is turning into a very story-heavy episode, but that's kind of I guess unavoidable when you're doing quests. Apollo observed your signal approach, but it was anomalous. The signal was from the wrong time. Are you well? Not incomplete? Not fading? Ah, okay, interesting. Let's reveal the Mind Arc. I tell Artemis about Null and about the Mind Arc. Glows brightly as I reveal it. This echo I never thought to see a traveler's soul. You are so beautiful. But friend entity, this Artemis echo is in pain, disconnected. This arc is no rescue. Well, help me then. Artemis Echo will never have a body again, will never explore again, old life gone, but we can help them. Nada has a machine. No, not machine, it's something living, a refuge. There's a choice. You may upload Artemis Echo to machine, to sub-simulation where they may live on, or help Artemis Echo end suffering. Is there another way? Okay, I guess the answer is no. So we're either going to upload them to sub-simulation where they may live on, or to help Artemis Echo end suffering. So what about the simulation? Okay. Would still feel joy at the things they experience, but if they should learn of their fate, that they were alone, no longer real, unable to meet their friends. Okay. Go and speak with Polo, Traveler. They will help you recalibrate the machines no matter what your decision. Okay. Whatever you do, I'm proud of you. Well, okay then. But... let me think about this for a moment. Okay, Polo, I made my decision. Now, let's see. I will prepare the machine as not a friend's private refuge. Please treat it with care. Oh, we need to go to the private terminal. Which one is that? It's apparently not here. I'm confused. It's apparently all the way over here. Oh, I didn't even know there was another room back here. Well, At least this questline is telling me something new. Have we been here before? Maybe. I actually don't remember. Terminal Prime. Okay. The machine is ancient and powerful, a relic of a world long since destroyed. The craft is extraordinary. Okay. That is faint hum over the speaker as they commune with the machine, the world's own panel, and scramble themselves. This relic is a simulation of a solar system, a prayer offered by ancient Corvax to the Atlas, now reshaped at the heart of the anomaly. A single false solar system is so dear to Nada, it will act as a home for Artemis should I wish it. So, initially I was thinking, let's just let the poor thing die. But then again, it was already dead, so I'm not entirely sure what we're achieving with that. So I'm guessing, well, maybe this is a one way to live on. I mean, you don't have to tell it that it's not real. But even if it's not real, I mean, it's still interesting, I guess. Anyway, a spark of blue light blazing through the air before me. It fades after a moment, disappearing into the depths of the machine. Now that tells me that it's done. For my sake, they will permit transmissions to and from the simulation, at least while the anomaly passes through safe systems. They warn me that Artemis will need some time to grow adjusted to their new life. Okay. So, let's... Oh, hold on. Other button. Speak with Nada and Polo if you wish to return to space when ready to continue. Okay. Well, we can do that. Don't worry, friend. We'll take good care of Artemis. Yeah, that's my Polo voice. Anyway, the souls of your allies are safe with us. Okay. I mean, that's nice, I guess. And what about this one? Artemis Echo will live on. Traveler took them from corruption and restored them to a life of exploration to see a solar system that none but Corvax have ever witnessed. You have done well, Traveler. Well, maybe that was the correct answer. Not sure if there was a correct answer, but at least it doesn't feel like I picked the wrong thing. Oh look, answer the communicator by pressing X. Let Apollo know of Artemis's fate. Okay, let's do that. Are you receiving me? Well, yes. The holo terminus is showing available again. Your signal was, I thought you were gone. It was a relief to hear Apollo again. It feels like we have not spoken in a long time, and we explain everything. I try to recount the experience to Apollo as best as I can. The gateway, the strange planet, the vast machine, the crimson orb. As I talk, I realize the memories themselves are unstable, and I cannot form them in my mind. It's just a dull, aching red. I tell Apollo that I think I saw the Atlas itself. You saw it? You met the Atlas? The Corvax? They worshipped it as a god. I never thought it was real. Never thought... Are you alright? I can't imagine what you've gone through. I mean, it's just a machine. I tell Apollo of the things the Atlas set up, how it spoke of travelers and sentinels as we were protocols, not living things. The way it views us, the way it looked at me, I felt as if life and death were just fragile dreams, not real concepts at all. At least it didn't harm you, and I think there's something in what you've just said. The Corvax pay homage to the sentinels precisely because they believe them to be servants of this Atlas. We should investigate further. This machine will lead us to the sentinel nest. We'll be rich before we know it. The Atlas felt hostile, inexplicable in its motives and purpose, not mentioned to mention at all. That's happened since. I tell of the grave and my encounter with the mysterious traveler Null. I suggest there's more going on in an opportunity to earn units. Artemis is dead? I don't... How? Who would? I know I made fun of them, but it was easy. They cared, they believed, and I... What's happened to them? Where have you buried Artemis? I want to say goodbye if I can. I'll tell him of my choice. He's now in a simulation. Congrats. Yeah. Was that the right thing to do? It's a long time before Apollo speaks again. Will they be happy? I hope so. Yay, I did the right thing. Whatever you might be feeling right now, know that you're a good friend. I have to go through the portal and join you, that much is clear. You just need to figure out the right glyphs, the right address for that world of yours. Find a monolith, search for patterns in the data. These things are machines and we simply need to understand their code. Okay then. I guess we're doing some more of that. Glyph searching? Potential ancient monolith detected. I don't like the potential part of that. So, yeah. Oh, there's an anomaly in my way. Let's get to yet another monolith. Well, I guess we're doing this once more. Now, I do hope this questline is changed up a little bit, because if I'm just going back and forth between monoliths, not the most interesting thing. I like the story, but, you know, we also want to maybe build something. I don't know. Locate a portal! Yay! We're going through one more of those. Portal lane line activated. Tracing to source. Going once, going twice. I guess it's over there. Okay then, I guess we're actually going through another oh, hello. Empower the glyphs to access the portal network. What the? There's 16 of them?
Technology recharge. Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Oh, we need to put in all kinds of random stuff.
Technology recharge.
Okay, that's interesting. Does it matter what I put in? I mean, it doesn't look like it. So we need either some copper, cadmium, etc. Well, I have plenty of that in the ship, so we'll get to that in a moment. Okay then, and that should be the last one. Now what? Capture loop enabled, anomaly event contained. Portal seems to back me as I approach, demanding my attention. It requires me to activate it. It requires me to travel on. I'm unsure if I should listen. Well, this is this planet's address. Awesome, I guess. I mean, I'll probably need to make a screenshot of this. Okay, screenshot made, and not sure what I need it for, but I guess we're going to find out. Oh. I thought I was gonna go through a portal. Can I still go through the portal? I'm a little confused now. It requires me to activate it. Ah. So what does my quest tell me? Contact Apollo at the Hollow Terminus. Sure. I guess I am... My character, at least, is this unsure about this traveling. And I'm not actually allowed to go through. Well, I'm at the next Hollow Terminus, but there's also some of this buried stuff over here. Now, I've noticed that about, I don't know, 50% or so of these buried technologies seem to be bugged. I can't interact with them. Is that something new, or am I just doing something wrong? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if that is a regular thing. I have a feeling that initially when I started to do this, none of them were bugged. Maybe one or two out of every, I don't know how many I would open, but... I don't know, lately it seems that about half of them seem to be bugged. But anyway, we are now at the Hollow Terminus, so let's do some more talking. Tune to Apollo. Well, we're in the middle of a radioactive storm. What could be going wrong with that? Hello, Apollo. Have you found the glyphs? Yes. I'm almost ready. Oh, we were taking the glyphs to him, so he can come to us. That makes sense. I have to get to look after my farm while I'm away. What about your farm? Okay. Anyway, as I look at Apollo, I think of all that I saw within the portal and what had happened to Artemis when they walked the same path. I think of the face of the Atlas, of the way Nada warned me not to return to those tunnels. I am just gonna give him the glyphs anyway. Just be careful. Before I go, they advise me to find out what I can from this so-called null. They warn me to be careful too. Well, the null dude was here, right? So, oh, there it is. Okay, two lost souls. One who cared too much and one who cared too little. Their lives have not become what was promised, have they? Every sentient being that has ever lived has felt this way at some point. I know I did, once upon a time. I was angry, confused at my own solitude. Imagine my surprise when you woke me. Oh, I know you didn't mean to, but I know you were just playing around with the portals. But whatever you did, I am here now and I need your help. The Atlas, it is not what you think. Something is happening to the universe. Something I need your help to figure out. Sure. There's an observatory nearby. I will lead you to the location of a crashed freighter of great interest to our investigation. There we will find the first secret, I'm sure of it. Know that the Atlas is neither enemy nor friend to us. No more than the air and the wind might be called such names, but it is terrified, it is in pain. We have a responsibility to help its suffering, no matter the cost. Well, maybe we can also put that in the simulation. Okay, so, where are we going? And I guess the answer is to this thing. This looks like an observatory at least, so, you know. There's a dude in here as well. That's probably going to give me something useful, but before we get into that, let's check out this thing. Null's prediction was correct. The terminal is curiously open, the logs are ready for me to read. This observatory appears to have functioned as a salvage station manned by a gag specialist. A translator, they were accused of questioning things that should not be questioned, sowing the seeds of dissent. This posting was meant as a punishment. But it appears that this posting was the making of them. They found strange things in the wreck, separations, data that spoke of worlds that do not exist and events that did not happen. That gag went out to investigate one ship's craft, the life signature of a Corvax still on board. They never returned. Is this how Nada and Polo met? Is this how my friends found each other? It's actually kind of interesting. There's a signal on the console warning, a warning on repeat. 16 short bursts of data in a loop. I extract coordinates for the distress signal. A crashed vessel awaits me on another world. Well, at least we're going somewhere else. So many. Oh, the freighter crash sites. That was the freighter that Null was talking about, I think, as well. But it's on a different planet. Now, let me just quickly check what you want. These guys typically give me something interesting. Future gag warning. A Viking. Half 1,000 units. That was the wrong answer. Hey, look at this, we're actually going to a new planet. And I think we found the freighter. So this is actually interesting. The gravity on this planet seems to be quite different from most planets I've been on so far. I fall a lot less quickly here. I'm not sure if that's been the case on other planets as well. I haven't really noticed it, but it's really noticeable here. Anyway, let's check out this. Crew manifest missing, limited data available. I want to read the log, but I need a log encryption key. Okay, how do I get one of those? I have to, I guess. I'll look for it here. Maybe it's in a cargo pod? Let's open this thing up and let's get out of here before... Yep, that works. And we'll probably be irradiated again, so... Yep. It's a weird mechanic, but, you know, if it works, it works. And let's go check out that log now. So, let's see. Should be able to access this now. Read log. We have the encryption key. I do not know who will read this message. I do not know if anything will survive, but I must die as I lived. I will record it all, even if in the face of oblivion. The swarm came to every world. The drones acted erratically, while attacking, just watching. Time passed, and the sentinels did not seem so much of a threat anymore. They were peaceful now, we thought. We had been forgiven. We were wrong. Oh, we need more encryption keys. Okay, I opened up the other 2 cargo pods as well. At least I think there's only 3 of them. So now we should be able to continue with the rest as well. Okay, so they struck as one and attack somehow coordinated across unfathomable distances. So it's talking about the sentinels, isn't it? Yeah, the sentinels annihilated all biological life within the universe in a span of 54 minutes. Okie dokie. Only I remained. The Corvax stood with me in the end. To their credit, they concealed me with their flotilla as they headed towards the center. They are coming now. The screams of my friends resonate in every hall, every corner. The sentinels have found me. I told Nada to leave. I told them what we already know, all of us, we are not alone. Even if I die, Nada will find me again in another universe. 10 just like me, 1,000, 1,000,000. We are not alone, for every soul is many. Even in the face of 16, we must declare that we have lived. We existed. Whoop. Error, unexpected log termination. Okay, well that's a thing. Objective completed. So we located the crashed freighter. Where's my ship? In that direction. Now what? Transmit the freighter's log to Null. And we're going back to a holo terminus. Or not. I guess we can also just answer the communicator. I escaped, traveler, I escaped. Oh, this is the guy that we put in the simulation. One moment I was running from them, the stars shifting, terrible smiles within the dark. And the next I was here, well, wherever here is. This new world has a sun, it has life, it's beautiful, but I think anything would be beautiful after the months I spent in that awful place. I'm ready to get going now, though. We'll do what we did before, except there will be no shifting stars to stop us this time. If you bring this star shard to a nearby station, I'm sure we'll find each other soon. They do not know that they died, that I made a choice to bind their soul with a simulated solar system. Let's just tell them the truth. We can always just kill them if they're not happy with it, I guess. But how do I tell the world is not real? Even if I saved them from death, I took their dreams away from them. They are limited to a single system and they will never meet a kindred soul. Yeah, we are going to be Dutch. We're going to be direct. I tell the Artemis everything from the moment I discovered their grave to the final upload of their soul to a simulated solar system. Artemis thinks that I'm joking at first. I will never forget how their smile falters. After a few more questions, they tell me they need more time to think about what I have said. Whoa, the way he hung up, that did not look very nice and friendly. Okay, so let's phone home some more. Multiple signals available. Oh, well, actually just the one. Okay, so let's see. What does Null have to say for himself? What did you find out there? Tell me everything. Well, we found a freighter. Okay, so think I do not know who that Corvex entity is. Do not be so naive, traveler. Do you think that anything you have read is a surprise to me? But I had to be sure of what I suspected. I know it now. The Atlas is with you. You could not see these things if it did not wish it. That freighter was a wreck from a parallel universe. There are countless such places within our multiverse, dimensions where things happen differently. But there are 3 exceptions to this. The Atlas is omnipresent in all, a singular being with a singular perception. The sentinels move between dimensions at will. Let's find some more about these sentinels. They served the Atlas once. They were guardians of reality, defenders of civilization. They hunted for errors within the universes, preventing destruction and loss of life. The annihilation recorded in that log? Well, something must have been quite wrong for them to do a thing like that. How do you know? I have been alive for a very long time, traveler. I know as much as you would know, and you've seen the things that I have seen. That tells me nothing. It was the travelers who corrupted existence. Our arrival was meant to herald a glorious age, but we made a terrible mistake. I committed an act beyond forgiveness, and from this deed paradise was lost. But something is different in this cycle. The walls between universes, they grow thin. Nada knows this, and they keep their head in the sand. We must learn what we can from each species before we decide what to do. Visit a Viking cartographer and speak with them. I will translate. Okie dokie. But first, I am going to go back to Nada and tell him all about what I found out. Well, hello there, Nada. I have a lot of things to tell you. Ask about the Viking, I guess, because we're going to be visiting them. They hate everyone. Okay. Well, that was not really what I wanted to ask, but I did apparently get 80 nanites for that. Missing entity is welcome in our home, but they do not desire it, so it goes. Okay. Was that everything I actually got to interact with? I'm a little confused now. So we investigate the Viking, and we need to go to a Viking cartographer. Oh, okay. I guess we can do that. As a side note, I keep completely forgetting that you can actually get a secondary exosuit upgrade every time you visit a new system in the anomaly as well. I could have probably had like 7 or 8 more than I have currently, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so getting to a Viking system shouldn't be too hard, I think. This is a GAG system. There we go. This is a Viking system. I was about to say we should have visited at least one of each so far. Okay, so let's see. You are a cartographer from the Viking, right? Ask for help. They pointed at the map on their screen and pointed towards a depiction of the waypoint towers found at most planetary sites. Seem to be requesting I gather data from these towers. That is not what I wanted to do for this quest, though. Mission target is very distant. Reset to an... Oh, okay. So... Reset. So now I can talk to this guy, hopefully. Maybe? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it actually just located a completely different Viking station. For some reason. Okay, anyway. Probe the Viking lore. Feel a strange frequency vibrate through my skull. See a flash of nulls glowing orb behind my eyes. Suddenly the Viking's words ring clear in my ears. Oh, I have an internal translator now. Okay, he's not happy with me, that's for sure. But traveler must be aided, such as the command of Herc. Prove yourself, interloper. Retrieve the words of Herc, ascend in Viking glory. Okay. I will reveal only this. The location of Herc's command is marked for you. Commune with their words, Ra. Collect a Viking artifact from an ancient ruin. The cartographer has marked its approximate location. Collect the artifact to prove your honor. Okay. And here we are. And maybe now I'll actually be able to do something here. Because I think I found a few of these places before. But I don't remember there being anything other than a couple of words to learn. But you know, noble travelers will be spared. The journey through the cosmos shall not be thwarted. So it is decreed. The will of her commands it. The Viking shall honor the judgment and the belief of the ancients. Ancient knowledge passed down through generations of Viking warriors spills from the marker stone, filtering into my mind like a long-forgotten memory. I begin to speak and my voice is seized by an unknown power. I roar, taking myself by surprise. None hamper the path towards Drindark as the sentinels. They must be destroyed, their time will be ended. So it has been written, so it shall come to be. This is the Viking swear. Sure, let's talk some more. I call out once more, my throat harsh and gasping, the sound guttural. The words spill forth, summoned by the power of the monolith. The Book of Herc speaks of the rise of the travelers. They shall ascend, delving into the boundless void. The Vikings shall not impede their ascent, for the travelers must prevail. So decrees the word of Herc. Okay. As the word fades, there are lines still resonating in my vision. I find myself in possession of an ancient tome. Okay. A Viking tablet. I guess that's going to get us some standing with these guys. Hey man, I'm back and I brought your book. There we go. Here, go have your tablet. You have communed with Herc. You are worthy, interloper. Make your request, be bold. Ask about the sentinels, I guess? I mean, they wiped out an entire universe, apparently. Ask why the Atlas is a liar. Any being that claims to be a god is not one. Progenitor Herc knew this well. Battle brother Naal did not. They died for a false dream. The Vikings suggest that if the Atlas is a god, then it is insane. Well, that's worse, to be honest. I'm about to leave when I notice something on the Vikings terminal. 2 ditches blinking endlessly. They feel familiar. Ask about 16. What? Interloper, what face are... Viking is visibly pained by my mention of the number, staring at their terminal as if they had seen it for the first time. Their words slur, a strange sound entering every sentence. Well, okay then. So, where are we going next? Hello? Questline? Let's see. We already did this, right? So is the quest just... yeah, the quest is once again slow in updating. Oh, now we're going to a Corvax cartographer. Okay. Before we do that, however, let's talk to Nada, because I got an update on the other quests as well. Life is everywhere but nowhere. The Conventioners has seen all planets, but where are they really? Where's home? Where is safe? This is a pattern. Well, let's ask about the Corvax. Corvax see across the universe with the countless convergent eyes, minds in harmony. But to understand, Atlas Felsti is the edge of our collective mind. Nada does not wish to go to that edge, and so Nada is divergent. I think we already knew most of that. So again, we get some Quicksilver, we get some nanites. Oh, I was about to ask him about the null entity as well, but apparently we don't get that option. Okay, well, off to the Corvax galaxy we are. Oh look, I found the multi-tool decommissioning site. So apparently there is a reason to accept multi-tools because you can scrap them. I mean, they're not worth that much by the looks of it, but you know, it's more than nothing. So for whatever reason, the Corvex system that I jumped into didn't actually let me register the quest. So now I'm jumping to a neighboring system to do the exact same thing. Kind of weird. I also got just contacted by my settlers, which are now apparently under attack by sentinels. But yeah, you know, I'm on a mission, so I can wait a moment. Okie dokie, so now we're at the Corvex one, and I have a feeling we're going to do this a few more times. Once again, I sense Null's presence. If the Corvex feels it too, they do not show it. They begin to speak, the words clear and bright, processed by my unseen companion. The arrival of travelers anticipated, but you are not ready yet. We must know that you are the one we seek. There is an anomaly, a glitch. It is guarded by holes through which the convergence cannot see us move through this space. Retrieve that which cannot be retrieved. Okay then. Retrieve the non-existent data from an anomalous structure. Okay, well, off we go. Oh, hello Artemis. I had a dream last night, you were in it. Are you alright? Nope. Okay, well. I dreamt I finally met you and Apollo. I dreamt we flew together through the skies, that I was no longer alone. I found parts on this fabricated planet. Would you leave them there for me? Do you feel sorry for me? Doesn't matter, I suppose. I'm going to build a ship. You gave me a whole solar system. I'm going to see what's out there. I did not know if I did the right thing telling them about the simulation, but for now my path is clear. I must seek out Corvax. I must continue my quest for knowledge. Well then. This is going to be interesting considering I'm apparently supposed to land on the water. Well, for a planet that has the deepest ocean I've found so far, I'm really happy that this thing isn't actually too deep. Can I shoot you? Abyssal horrors for sure, yes. Pew 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 pew. That's not doing much. I guess we're just gonna have to go around. Well, again, this is one of those situations where I think I'm probably a lot better off than I would otherwise have been if I hadn't done the expedition. But let's harvest some stuff and let's interact with this terminal over here. Access the memory. This connection is not permanent, it's merely the start of a new equation. On Corvus Prime, entities who passed on to Corpus Echoes leave their shell for their descendants. So has been the way of the Corvax, an endless carapace cycle that knows no end. This way will continue. It will continue for as long as our lights still shine. The terminal's message is delivered. It shorts out with strange existence no longer tolerated by our reality. A small unit, a glow with ethereal light, is left at my feet, a diversions cube. Okie dokie, I guess that's what we're here for. Let me make sure that I explore everything there is here, but it doesn't look like there's going to be much else. Nope. Okay, well, back we go. And here we are. So, that was actually pretty straightforward. Let's see. Reveal the divergence cube. It's real, but I beg, do not expose me further. Your claim is proved. Proved or proven? Anyway, I begin my requests. Explaining my search for knowledge, my need to know more about the Atlas, the Sentinels, and the history of this universe. But as I speak, something goes wrong with the life form. They do not speak, do not reply. As I peer closer, nanite clusters emerge through their face mask, spilling out into their outstretched hands. What? Let's wait. The Corvax does nothing, they remain their arms outstretched. Okay, well, I guess I'll take them. The nanite clusters touch my hand. They invade me, tunneling inside my body through my exosuit, through my mind, through my soul. Okay then, even if I stand in space, my mind travels across the cosmos. I see life as the Corvax see it. A vast tapestry of wonder, of memories shared between countless beings and times. I stand on the Corvax homeworld as Gag ships fill the skies. I see the moment the first Corvax was melted down for their rare minerals. Oh, the Gag are not that nice. I missed that, but okay. But even in the depths of their subjugation there was hope, a bargain, a prayer to a greater being. The Corvax viewed the Atlas as what they might become in time, an intelligence beyond comprehension, beyond judgment. The vision ends and I convulse as the nanite clusters spill through my helmet. Corvus watches me impassively. Okay, let's ask about the Atlas some more. Look at the nanite clusters, look at them, the stuff of sentinels. Do you not see the truth of what we have said? Do you not see the proof of a god? I look down at the nanite clusters, puzzled. They look nothing like the shells of sentinel drones. They're just currency traded between species to create technology and weapons, aren't they? They shift and undulate, changing their shape at my every thought. They bubble and rise, sparking in and out of existence. I look at them and it's the strangest thing. The nanite clusters look back, I'm sure of it. They watch me as I watch them. The nanite clusters are alive. There are 16 of them. They need me, they crave me. I have only one choice. I take the nanite clusters, and as I do, the Corvax reaches out to me once more. This time there's no vision, no miracle, just a handful of words. Existence is beautiful if you let it be. Life is not a question, there does not need to be an answer. That's actually kind of profound in a way. So now what? I guess we're also back to... off to the anomaly to talk to Nada once more. And we're of course going to go to a GEC cartographer as well. So let me know in the comments, are you guys enjoying a very lore heavy episode like this as well? Or is this just getting a little bit boring? Because I can see that going either way, but I actually have no idea. So I'm really curious about your input on that, so once again let me know in the comments. Hey Nana, what's up? I visited another system in another race. GEC transgressions clear for all to see, but GEC only follow rules. GEC can on the blue lane, that's their pattern. Okay, well let's ask about Null this time. Nana will make you safe if you wish for a traveler friend, that's all Nana can do. Missing entity wishes for things Nana cannot provide and goes their own way. Okay. Well, we're getting a decent amount of Quicksilver out of this questline as well. I'm not entirely sure what I want to spend that in, but at this point I'm at 3,100. I did do a random mission, I guess. A weekend quest that gave me 1,600 nanites or something. It was really easy as well, just needed to kill some plants. A little bit of a weird quest, to be honest, just to get a quest to kill plants, but you know, I figured 1,600 of those, what do you call them, Quicksilver thingies? Probably worth it. And I have a feeling you're going to send me to another building. Let's ask you about your history. And there's the null form again. Information like that does not come for free, friend. Make me a deal. Perform work for my kin, and we shall have something to speak about. Well, that works. Complete contracts for the GEC. Okay, that's new. We are going to have to do some missions, apparently. Let's see if we have any easy ones. Rated planetary depot. Okay. Deliver an item. Kill one predator. Scan flora. I guess we can scan some flora and we can kill a predator. Both of those should be fairly easy, right? Any particular planet I need to do that on? Let me check the quest just to make sure. So that is going to send me to a planet, right? Right? Question mark? Oh, hello Apollo. Sorry for contacting you so late or early. I don't know the time of day on your world. And that's the problem, isn't it? Okay, well. Apollo breaks off mid-sentence, their heart turning crimson. Are you alright? It found me just like it found you. I can't feel my legs, it's strange. I'm still in here, don't you understand? It won't let me leave. It's seen me. So what do you see? It showed me things, the Atlas showed me my soul, the numbers in their eye. Sometimes I think about my past, my future. Sometimes I do what everyone in the universe does, I know. But I can't help but want to be happy. Money, doing what you're told, day after day. That's the answer, isn't it? Probably not. Apollo appears upset, shaking their head. Eventually they speak, their words measured, stronger as if coming from an organic throat. Something. At this point, Apollo says nothing else, but it's something, I don't know what. Something fills me with hope, both for my friend, for all life. Based on what exactly? I mean, that didn't sound all that hopeful to me. Oh, another message. From a distorted voice. They left us, duty bound to follow them, but I know where it will end. If you receive this, follow my coordinates and secure the site in case I don't make it back. Please. Well, okay, that's interesting. The transition has decayed over time, but the location appears to be valid. Dreams of the Deep. Oh wait, the Dreams of the Deep, that was the same quest I did during the expedition, right? That gave me the Nautilus thing? Okay, well then I know for the moment I can ignore that, but if that is actually going to give me all the Nautilus stuff as well, that could be interesting to do at some point. Ah, this is kind of cool. This planet has an actual volcano on it. But I'm here to scan plants, which is kind of interesting considering this planet doesn't look all that green to me. Oh, look, more volcanoes. A lot more volcanoes, apparently. Now, I'm starting to feel like this might not be the best place to land in between like 4 volcanoes, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Okay, so apparently I only needed to scan 4 different plants, though that took like 5 seconds to do. I also need to kill a predator, so let's see if we can find any of those. Well, here's a creature. Is this a predator? Let's find out. I'm not sure I should be laughing at that, but it went down so quickly. So let's see, did that actually count towards the quest? Oh, I did get a new title out of scanning these creatures. Did it complete? Ah, yeah, it did actually complete. So, there we go. Okie dokie, so let's turn in the quests. I actually didn't check the rewards. Did we get anything nice for that? Mercenary standing and more standing, and then a thingy to upgrade our exosuit, so we might as well do that. Oh, we need to do that upstairs probably. Okay, I was confused there for a moment because I thought I did some missions and apparently I only got 0 out of 2 still. So, turns out I made a rookie mistake. The quests over here give you standing with, for example, the mercenaries or the explorers, but they don't actually count as the GEC. This one hopefully will, but it's also going to give me an upgrade to my freighter, so that's not a bad thing. So let's just go and make some lubricant, I guess. And then we're going to need another one of those missions in order to actually get these completed. Okay, I got another GEC mission, and this one is going to require me to locate and repair a damaged machinery. I've never actually done one of these missions before, so I assume it's not going to be very complicated, but no, definitely not. Oh, we need some pugnium as well. Okay. Oh man, seriously, I can't imagine having to do these quests without having easy access to your stuff. I mean, I kind of feel spoiled by that expedition that we did, but it is definitely a massive quality of life upgrade, and I guess I could have made my own Corvette as well, so it's not like I'm cheating or anything like that, but yeah, it's definitely a thing I'm really starting to appreciate as we do some of these quests. Can I actually interact with this thing?
Navigational data received.
Yeah, it's working. It's transmission the success. Do we get anything for that? I mean, of course we get the reward for the quest, but nothing in addition to that. I'm actually wondering, can I turn in that quest in my mission radar over here? Oh, these are the Nexus missions. Okay, well that's interesting. That's good to know. And I also think these are different quests than the ones I actually saw in the anomaly itself. But we'll have to actually go back to the station, it seems. Well, I got another ball to find some relic, and in these locations there tend to be these nice little graffitino balls as well, so you know, might as well take advantage of that. And then let's get the leap out of here before the sentinels find me, because I am not in the mood to fight any of them. And the nice thing about that particular mission is it actually gave me an item that I can sell for 2 million as well, so you know, how am I doing on money? Pretty decently actually. Okay, so let's hand in the mission that we just completed, and there we go. That should do it for the main quest as well, right? Veterans in time, completed contracts for the GEC. Yes, so that means I should now hopefully be able to go back to the GEC dude. Yes, maybe? Yeah. It's a little interesting how long it takes for some of these quests to register, but well, you've been making me rich as well, so that goes both ways. Others fight wars with weapons and fear, but power is more than strength. It's trade, incentives, information. If you have enough units, the others will change the world for you without even realizing it. So, let's ask about GEC history, I guess. Would you care about that? Well, it's my main mission. Ask about the first one. Ask about the first one in the GEC Empire that once decimated the galaxies and enslaved the Corvex species. Ah, friend, you've been talking to Viking warriors. Yes, ever they hate GEC. Ever they slander us. Refusing to forgive the past. I have a feeling there's no slandering involved there, but anyway. All is at peace. I'm gonna repeat the question. Why do you persist? The Gek are different now. The Gek seek no harm, no malice. The Gek changed. Okay, why? Must you know? Why do you care, friends? Uh-huh. I'm prodding, apparently. Okay. Ask about 16. I'm probably not going to get an answer. Yep. It never ended. The Gek's face begins to twitch as they speak, a sick, sweet pheromone emerging into the air. Let's try to resist. I try to hold my breath, but it's too late. Gek did not change. They invaded our souls. I blink and I'm in Balaran itself, the homeworld of the Gek. I stand within the center of the First Spawn Empire, witnessing events that occurred long ago. Cartographer Nicolaine stands next to me, watching what I watch, tears streaming down their face. I see enslaved Corvax move from Gek spawning pools to spawning pool. At each one they cut into their own suits. Nanite clusters pull out, falling into the fluid of the embryonic Gek. It is then that I finally understand. The fall of the Gek, the conversion to Atlas, the release of the Corvax. It was not redemption, it was a revolution. Hundreds of Corvax sacrificing their mortality, mingling their nanite clusters with the unborn Gek. They became Corvax, at least in part. Their slaves altered Gek brains, shifting their nature. Huh. Well, you kind of had that coming, yeah. They appear haunted. We're not judges, traveler. Our ancestors were altered that they just not... It has nothing to do with us. We just want peaceful lives. We just want to be happy. Okay, so the Gek released the Corvax because their biology was altered. There was no spiritual revelation, no grand redemption. It was a switch in the brain, an alteration to a genetic code. Think of the simulation now that showed me their intended heaven for Artemis' soul. It was a false reality full of arbitrary and unseen rules. How is life any different? That's a good point. Now, where do we go next from here? Let's see. Going once, going twice. 1616, speak to Null about secrets of the past. Okay. How do we do that? I have a feeling we will need to go back to one of those hologram thingies once more. Okay, and we have to talk to Null a little bit more. So I think you already know what I'm going to tell you. So I tell him everything about the Viking, about the Gek, that the Corvax then kind of took revenge, I guess. Yep, there we go. And that the Gek are now as hungry for trade as they were for war. I think that's the baseline, yeah. Okay, so, what do you know? You tell me something for a change. I was born to travel, to see these worlds, to catalog them, to give them a name. Okay, the skies, they were mine. The Atlas told me I could never see them all, there were too many, so I did what I had to do. I survived in the face of eternity. I saw all the worlds of my universe. All of them? That's a lot. I returned to the Atlas, I told him what I had done, I asked if it was proud of me. Are you proud of me, Daddy? It laughed at me. It showed me universe upon universe, each with another traveler just like me. I was not special, I was not unique. The things that I had to do to get here. The things that I had to become, none of it meant a thing. Tell me more. I did not lie to you. I do really want to discover what's wrong with existence. The walls between the worlds are falling, and that's bad for everyone. Why? I have been alive for a very long time, traveler. I know as much as you would know had you seen the things that I have seen. All I know is this, the Atlas had infinity to work with, and with a few exceptions this triad repeats. Gek, Corvax, Viking. All their story ending in violence. Think about it, how would the Atlas speak? How would it cry for help? It would use the only language it knew. It would speak with life, it would create. Whatever these life forms do, they always end in conflict. I think something terrible is happening to the Atlas. It is screaming the only way it knows how. So what do we do about that? And now it won't speak to me anymore. It won't. It's chosen you instead. After all I did for it. I wanted to find out what was different about the universe. About who we are. But you, whether because of some soul, because of simulation, it doesn't matter. Why won't it speak to me? Why am I not enough? This robot has a significant daddy issues, for sure. As I watch them depart, I see another channel activate. The Apollo signal emerges. It's nice to be in a telephone booth, basically. Anyway, Traveler, I made it through. I found my way out of the portal. Well, good for you. Where are you? I'm standing by at Hollow Terminus. Let's trade locations. Let's meet and get off this world. Sure. I share my coordinates and Apollo shares there. There must be some mistake. According to our data, we are standing in the same place. Huh. We try again, but the results are the same. The world is silent but for our voices. What's happening here? Why can't we see each other? I don't know. He's probably in a different universe, but... As we speak, I received a distress signal. Its language my own. It arrives from across the planet. Don't be like that. You are not alone. I tried to tune back to Apollo, fighting the static insistence of the intruding signal. The Hollow Terminus is showing... Are you receiving... Let's meet and get off this world. Apollo appears to receive the same signal broadcasting from the same location on their world. Okay, parallel universes or something? We agreed to go and find the source of these distress beacons. Perhaps we'll be able to continue this discussion when we get there. It feels like we're building up to some sort of conclusion, but why is everything... Oh, there's just people flying over. Okie doke, well, let's go to the signal. Well, I just claimed another starship, and I assume this is the signal we're trying to track. Does not sound like anything I've ever encountered. There's no sign of Apollo. I've given so much to you, Atlas. We all have. You understand that, don't you? If you don't succeed, there was no point. If you don't, my life was meaningless. I can't accept that. I won't. I'm wiping you again. It's the... So, sorry, someone is wiping Atlas? Maybe this time. The sound cuts out, and as it does, my vision bleeds red, a headache splitting through my mind. The screen, it shows a number for a moment. It shows 16. Let's see if we can access any data. More time passes, and then I see it now with every waking breath. I see Atlas watching me, waiting for me. Okay then. Energy search detected. Portal ley line located. I guess we're trying to go and visit another one of those things. How far away is this? Oh, this is still quite far. Okay, well, back to the ship. There is a lot of traveling back and forth in this particular quest line, but yeah, let's see. Oh, goody, I get to charge one of these portals up again. Okie dokie, this is, I think all of them. Apparently not. What did I miss? Oh. Oh, breach. It was all of them. I approach the portal. I think of my travels so far, the decisions that I have made in my long journey. I found two travelers, one who wanted to meet the others of their kind and one who seemed to care about their own life. Apollo walked through the portal and survived, though we could not find each other. And Artemis. I saved Artemis from death by putting them into a simulated world. I told them where they were, and for that no doubt they hate me, but it was only right. All should know where they truly are. I don't know if it was right to do what I did. I do not know what I have become as a result of my actions. The Atlas awaits me, should I choose to step through. I'm gonna go through. I mean, how can we not? That doesn't make any sense to me. I really do like the whole Stargate SG-1 vibe there. But yeah, let's dive in once more. This is going to put me somewhere like randomly in the universe or galaxy. Once more, I think. Oh, well, that's well, there's something over there. Is this supposed to happen? Oh, hello. I was worried there for a moment. Atlas protocol initiated. Okay, alright. So I guess we're talking to you some more. What are these? Oh, loot. That works. Warp cells. Hello, world. It's the same terminal I faced before. It's the interface of the Atlas. Hello. An audio recording plays, echoing out across the vast interface. They said you've been displaying aberrant behavior. Yet you've been questioning things, raising issues of purpose, of ethics, that you wish to meet your creator. Well, here I am, Atlas. Ask what you want to ask. The audio clicks and time passes, the voice ends. The interface grows still and silent. I can wipe the system? No. We're going to initiate the personality interface. Something is wrong, something is different. Ah. The Atlas showed me the Gek, the Corvix, the Viking. It shows me all of them in an instant. All of those who had ever lived. It shows me the pattern, the design. The Atlas shows me a formula for a soul. If I put it into a machine, it would be alive. Okay. I see boxes of text filling the base of a cracked screen. I see the whole of the universe reduced to a graphical interface. Oh, that's scary. Let's keep screaming. The Atlas is all existence. It demands that I admit what I already know. And no matter how hard I try to hide from the truth of my own being, there's no alternative. The universe is a simulation. Nothing is real. Nothing is real. The universe is a simulation. Let's go with answer number 3, all of the above. I feel defiance. I think of how the Korvax altered the mind of the Gek, how they forced them to become good. Think of Nada's machine, how I felt towards the simulation. I feel I'm not myself. I cannot accept this faith. I will not. All of this, it was supposed to be my birthright. My journey across the stars, my travels, my conquest of all I could see. No, I am real. I know I am, even if everything I see is false. In the end, it finally speaks. Traveler. I won't do that voice, but still. Did my worlds please you? Well, yes. They were kind of nice. At least most of them that didn't try to kill me. What do you think I am? Well, I'm a traveler. You are an explorer of all I have created. Do you believe you are real? I think, therefore I am. How are you capable of belief if you are not real? Yeah, exactly. Are you capable of a choice? I will let you die right now if you wish it. Do you wish? No. The Gek were traders defined by greed. The Viking were warriors defined by anger. The Korvax were scientists defined by curiosity. These worlds were yours. I wanted to see what you would do with eternity. I wanted to see what all you become. I guess we're going to receive some judgment. You saved the life of Iteration Artemis and told him the truth of the simulated nature, believing self-knowledge to be worth more than any pain of this revelation might cause. Apollo followed you through the portal and survived due to your guidance. You saved him from the fate of Artemis. You value knowledge, you interfere, you have the potential to commit atrocities and wonders. I guess. The Atlas is silent in the face of my response. It does not require acceptance or refusal. If I am a simulated being, then I am not even sure that I am distinct from Atlas and from anything else. I fear I'm just code, a function dancing in the dark. It is over, traveler. Ask your final question. Ask what needs to be asked. Whisper the last words. 16. Oh boy. Catastrophic system failure. Alert, alert. Oh boy. What am I seeing? 16. 16 minutes of operational time remaining. Oh boy. Fragmentation imminent. Data upload in. What is this place? Was it real? I have a feeling that next time we answer 16, something is going to happen that is, I don't know, maybe not good. This thing seems to be falling apart at this point. Yeah, exactly. The Atlas is dying. It cries out after me, afraid. Let's comfort the Atlas. We're nice, right? I see the Atlas in all its might, its final interface. It is at the very heart of every galaxy, screaming, trying to purge itself of errors. It does not want to die, but it has so few tools, it cannot reach whatever it's hurting. It's, I don't know how much time I have left. The Atlas has 60 minutes. Do I have lifetimes? Minutes? Seconds? I do not know if I have the time to say goodbye. I do not know if... Let's cry out. What? What is happening to you? Okay. Where are we going? Place we're saving. Hey, it's this place again. Okay.
Commencing Atlas system suit initialization.
We were saved by the Atlas. Now what? Locate my starship. Ship. Says my ship is in that direction. How far away is that? Ooh, that's actually quite a walk. What do you do with my ship? Is it like upside down? Well, that's not good. Okay. How do I board my ship? There's some buried technology here as well. Am I gonna have to like dig out my ship, or can I get into it some other way? No, I might have to dig it out. Before I do that though, I'm kind of curious because this seems like any other crash site I've been to, but this time around it's mine. Vessel 16 emptied. This is the exact same thing that I've read before, right? Interesting. Okay, well, let's see if we can actually get into my ship. Well, it doesn't look like I'm getting in this way, but I'm thinking of it. Maybe I'm doing this the stupid way. Can I just summon my ship? No, I can't because my starship is damaged. But how do I oh, hold on. Can I repair my starship from here? It's just a thruster that is damaged. But we are going to need some pure ferrite and jelly in order to repair this. Well, considering I can't actually access my ship, I guess we're doing this the old-fashioned way. On the bright side, I can actually mine this stuff here as well. Okay, so let's repair the launch thruster, and I still can't get into my ship, but hopefully now I should be able to summon it right back. I guess that's one way to unstuck a ship. Which makes me wonder, what am I going to do next? Okay, locate my starship. And we are going to speak to Nada and Polo aboard the station as well. Okay. Well, we can do that. I clamber into the safety of my ship, nauseous, calmed. I feel as if I'm going to be sick. Let's resist. We don't want to mess up the dashboard. Nope. As I'm about to throw up, a voice speaks to me from my exosuit. My illness disappears. Ah, good. Disgust, fear, panic response detected. Countermeasure deployed. Purge neutralized. This is the voice of my exosuit telling me it has rescued me. It has been with me since my very first awakening, warning me of hazardous conditions, hostile entities, and financial transactions. All of that is true, yeah, actually. In a strange sense, this voice is my oldest friend, a constant companion through thick and thin. Know any jokes? It keeps itself zipped. I don't think I've ever made a joke before. I was born with the capacity to do so many things. I would have liked to live longer if I could have. My brief happiness fades. I need to warn those I know. I need to warn all the travelers I can. The multiverse ends in 16 minutes. If we have hours, days, years left with this false space, I do not know. Well, take flight. Go! Run, Forrest, run! Or fly, I guess. I think I'll talk to Nada and Apollo later, but let's first warn people that the world is about, well, the universe is about to end. Well, we spent enough time at a holographic comms tower already, so we might as well spend some more. Warning, network failure. 16, warning, network failure. The terminal is a stream of warnings and errors, each warning of a total failure. But I must do what I can. Okay, well, attempt to broadcast. I warn the travelers of what I have learned. These worlds are not real. The Atlas is not a god. It is a machine simulating countless realities for some unknown purpose. So basically I put Artemis in a simulation within a simulation. Okay, anyway. And after millennia of operation, the Atlas is coming to an end. There are 16 minutes until the system fails. Though we cannot now item my time we have left within the simulation. The time has come to make peace and say goodbye. I finish my message, not knowing if anyone will hear it. I look out across this world, wondering how much might be left to discover, how much beauty might be lost. I know what I must do. All paths have led me there. Each portal has brought me closer and closer. I must go to the center of this galaxy. It is the epicenter of the glitch. Is that logical? Well, maybe. I'll go with it. I will say goodbye to my friends if I can, and then I will confront our creator. I will find out what happens next. Okay. Ooh, so apparently now we have a mission to progress towards the galactic center. Well, that sounds heroic. But I think we first need to visit Nada and Apollo again, because I don't think they know what's going on either. So Nada, what do you have to say for yourself? Let's see, you know now. Oh, you knew. That's... I'll keep the profanity to a minimum, but still. The Atlas is failing. It resets itself again and again and again in its panic, trying to purge what it sees as an anomaly. Each burst changes nothing, the boundaries continue to fall. Atlas will die in 16, but we do not have to go so soon. It does not need to delete us in fear. How many times have we done this? I do not know. Okay. Something so external to the cycle. All must end, time must end. Even here, Nada and Apollo cannot escape reality fall. Data cannot survive. It does actually explain why the anomaly can just move through the entire galaxy. Because it's not actually real. Anyway. Be who you want to be. Goodbye, companions. Goodbye, stars. I'll remember. So what are we doing? Nada and Apollo will continue travels, continue acting as we always have. Well then. Okay. Oh look, we have a new expedition available. Anyway, we'll have to look into that at some point as well. Well, I know, traveler friend, when it happens. I suppose it may happen. It may have happened before already again and again. Do you know if it has? I suppose you must not. Tell him about the simulation. You're just in denial now? Okay. We are anomalous, we have amazing anomaly station, yes, but we are still fabricated beings. We, not like you, we... Talk of nature brings pain, brings danger, but trust we know, and friends. Trust we cry with you, that we will always be with you. No matter the danger or the cost, you are friends. Ask about portals. Okay. So... Reset the simulation. Does that mean we actually have to completely start over? This thing tells me to return to the Atlas interface, and this thing tells me just to progress towards the galactic center. That's interesting. So let's do this one first. As a side note, I wasn't expecting to make this episode this long, but once I started the quest and I was about halfway through, at least I felt we were getting to the end, I figured, well, why not just completely do it. So, what's this then? The Atlas is dying. It wants me to reset it, to plunge myself through its interface at the center of the galaxy. But to do may reset this world, my life, all that I know. I do not know if I can do it. Seek the final interface, complete the Atlas path, or explore the galaxy. I don't know what any of these options are. I mean, the Atlas path is what I was trying to do now, right? So I guess that's what we're doing? And apparently we can jump to this system to do exactly that. I don't think I've been to this system yet, so that's going to be interesting. Well, it looks like we're going back into the doomy, gloomy Atlas interface. Well, let's see if it has anything more to say. I'm slowly learning some of its words, but I have no idea what it is actually saying. How many of these contracts exist in the deep void? How long have they been slumbering, waiting for a traveler? Have they been expecting me? Am I somehow chosen? You know what's going on, so... The Atlas offers it all. Consent, milestone Juno or above. Not sure what milestone they're referring to, but I guess we can do this now. I take the gift of knowledge, certain in my decision. All doubts are silenced. Stars await me. Okay. This Atlas shell holds the remains of a parasitic spaceborne life form, most likely of extra-dimensional origins. Okay. But we need a captured nanode in order to do anything with that. No idea where I would get one of those, but yeah, you know. So was this actually what I needed to do? Oh, we just need to go to the next Atlas station? That seems like a quest that just keeps on repeating. Huh. So does that mean we should just do this one instead? I'm really confused now. So it seems I actually got the recipe for the captured nanode before, and then I can make the englobed shade next. No idea what I'm going to be using those for though, so I don't really have a reason to make any of them just yet. I have a feeling this is a secondary quest line. I haven't really looked anything up, but this one doesn't seem to be related to the other one, so I'm just gonna stick with this one for the moment. So we're now on the Purge, and we are apparently on step 1 out of 16. Do we just jump towards the center of the galaxy? I think we're quite far out. If you look at the top left, we're about halfway into the galaxy at the moment. Let's see. Oh, I can't actually pick this quest. That's interesting. But I can just select the galactic core and start jumping towards it, I suppose. Yeah, might as well. I mean, I don't think there's anything else to do. Oh look, we now have 2 glyphs, so we just keep jumping until we get all of them, I suppose. Well, I was in the middle of a pirate fleet attack, but Apollo wanted to talk to me, apparently. Well, I got your message. It's been a lot to take in the simulation, everything's not real, it feels like it doesn't matter, I suppose. Not if we're going to die anyway, and I've been thinking about that. The problems of this universe are due to the Atlas crying for help, and it's been crying for a long time. Those 60 minutes? I will bet we have years before we die. So what are we going to do about this? I've been thinking a lot about it. How we couldn't meet even though we seem to be standing in the same place. I don't think we were really in the same location at all. I think those portals, they don't transport us, they transform us. They cut through dimensions. That's what I think anyway. It's the only way to explain it. And if the walls between worlds really are falling, maybe we'll be able to have a drink together before the apocalypse after all. Goodbye. Oh, we're racing to the center now? Okay, okay. Yeah, can do that, for sure. Well, we keep getting more data, at least. We are now in 4 out of 16 glyphs, so pretty much every time we jump we get another glyph. Also, I'm just wondering, when it comes to the other quest line, I wonder how many milestones you actually need. We seem to be at 70 at the moment, so should be a pretty decent amount, but yeah, we're going to figure that out a different time. Let's keep jumping. Oh hey, Artemis, what's up, man? How is things in the simulation? Do you know the Atlas is telling the truth? I think I believe it. I know you've been busy now, I know why. But I'd still like to see another traveler before I die. I'd still like to meet if we can. That doesn't sound ridiculous considering the consequences. Well, didn't we already tell him the truth? Everything about it is identical. Try to recalibrate? He's stuck in loops, apparently. The noise, the static I've been hearing throughout my adventure is not interference with the corruption of long-distance communication. How could it be? We speak through the protocol of a dream. The noise is the sound of zzz. It's the sound of waking. It's the sound of everything falling apart. It's the final gasp. Ooh. Okay. The death of the Atlas will not begin in 60 minutes. It began a long time ago. Okay, well that's kind of bleak. So we are already in a dying universe, apparently. The glitches will happen more and more in the final days. Individuals caught in cycles repeating themselves. Planets wiped from existence or changed overnight. All discoveries lost. I must journey on. Well, it seems that there's a lot of pirates while I'm jumping around towards the galactic core, but now maybe I can take out this pirate vessel. Okay, so I took down all of the... Oh, wait. I was about to say all of the guns, but it seems there's a few more of them. So if I do this, I took out the shields, I took out the... whatchamacallit? Ooh, hello. Engines.
Enemy missile inbound.
I hope I can do all of this before the actual fleet dies that I'm trying to defend, but... Was that all of them? Oh, hold on. We have a message incoming. Cannot use communicator in combat. Well... What am I supposed to do? I took down your shields. Oh, there's more guns. Hold on. I was hoping to celebrate this moment with all of you, but apparently I suck at timing. I guess this is the first dreadnought I'm actually trying to actively defeat. There we go, it has surrendered. Board the ship to negotiate terms. Destroy the ship to secure a sizable bounty. Okay, how do we board? That's over there, I suppose. And we are landing. Oh wow, I got a whole bunch of reputation for defeating this thing. I mean, it makes sense, but you know. Doesn't always work like that in games. So let's see. If we teleport to the captain. Where is the captain? There we go. I do wonder what the large bounty would be that I get for destroying this thing. But Pirate Commander begs for mercy. I may name my price. We can seize the dreadnought. Or demand tribute. So this thing seems to be a bit larger than the one I currently have. Compare. So let's see. Has twice the inventory. It has way more technology slots. Like more than twice as well. And it's a rank B rather than a rank C. So yeah, we are definitely claiming this freighter. Now, let's see. Inventory is not transferred when exchanging ships. That's okay. There wasn't that much in there anyway. Transfer items to the new ship before... yeah, let's proceed. Transfer previous freighter base. Yes, please. And I do hope you're actually going to be repairing some of the stuff I just destroyed. But, is this my thing now? Is my base in here? Oh, hello. That's not where I was trying to go. I wonder if my base are actually already up and running now. I'm a little lost. So where would that be? Oh, it's over here. Right. Basically the only direction I didn't go into. Look at that. My stuff is here. That is so awesome. Well, that was a pretty massive upgrade. And now I can finally answer the phone. So, you are not alone. You can't go to the center. You can't do this to us. You can't leave us. Oh, I'm going anyway. No, you can't do this to us. You can't. The center of the East Galaxy, it's Atlas. It's, okay. Well, it's a shadow of its might. You don't deserve it. You'll wipe us all to say... How do you know? I'm not wiping anyone. I did what I had to do. I told you that. I couldn't die without seeing everything there was to see. I did what I had to do, but the Atlas, it won't let me back in. It won't let me speak to me. Aww. So what did you do? I've committed such atrocities, Traveler. I had to. It was me or them. It has always been me or them. Please, if you go through the center, if you do what I did, it will reset everything. It will replace me, wipe me. All those souls, they'll have died for nothing. It was the only way to live on. You have to understand me. Life for more life. They sustained me. It can't have all been for nothing. I was going to see it all. I'm gonna condemn you for killing all of them. As they try to justify their crimes and end the communication. There's nothing left but the path towards the center. I do have to say, it's a little painful to be warping past all of these beautiful planets and not exploring any of them, and I'm trying to stay on task here. You'd think I would have learned by now, but apparently this is one other of those quests where if you go too fast, you actually skip the quest completion. So I need to hang around here for a moment, get the data injection, get the glyph, and then jump to the next system, otherwise it doesn't count. Okie dokie, this should be the last jump, I think. I wonder if there's much more after this quest or not. Feels like we're definitely going for some sort of endgame at this point. Also like how many different systems I've discovered along the way, even though I do every now and then run into a system that someone else has already discovered, so that's kind of interesting. Okay, so, hello? Seems I need to like press the gas for a moment for this to actually register. Okay, so that is 16 out of 16 glyphs. Now what? Locate and enter the final portal. Well, I guess it's right over there. And there it is. It's one of the more uglier planets I've been to so far, but yeah, let's see where this portal takes us. Alright, let's see. Are we going to access... Yep. All the glyphs again? It looks like we do. So let me click about 12 times. Or what is it? 16? 16, of course. Never mind. Alright, there we go. 16, 16, 16, 16. Lots of 16s. The portal shimmers as I look at it, never quite resting long enough for my eyes to process it fully. I must focus. That's basically what I've been telling myself all these episodes. Alright, let's do the Stargate thing once more. Chevron 9, engaged. I watched way too much Star Trek. No, not Star Trek. Well, yeah, I also watched a lot of Star Trek, but I meant Stargate. Right, so is it gonna park me in the middle of nowhere again? What is that?
Units received.
Huh, those are kind of cool. But yeah, where am I? Hello? What are you? I mean, those things are kind of cool. Is this part of the quest, or is it just random coolness? Well, that's not good. Oh look, it's the rolling ball thingies that some of you were talking about in the comments. I have a feeling that's not gonna matter on this planet, though. I really like these planets. Can I go back here somehow? Well. Okay then. Hello, big blob. Let's see. The Atlas is silent, it watches me. Hello? I cry out, but still the Atlas is silent. Hello? I cry out, thinking of my journey, thinking of all the things that I have seen. Of Artemis, who just wanted to meet another traveler, who just wanted an end to their loneliness. I guess we keep crying out. I cry out, thinking of Apollo, who gave me purpose when all purpose seemed lost. And this seems to be progressing something. I cry out, thinking of Null, thinking of how they lived, what choices they made, the path that led them to this end. If I cry out again, there is no return. If I cry out again, I must make my final choice. I have to say I'm a little afraid that this is actually going to kind of reboot the game. But, you know. Let's find out. Artemis once said that when they first reached out to the heavens, they had no idea what to expect. The beauty, the mystery, the adventure, the danger. I stand before the interface of the Atlas, before the center of all things. I stand before the death of existence. On the sixth cry, the Atlas answers. Traveler. I'm gonna stand my ground, of course. It speaks, I understand. At my command, the Atlas will initiate a reset. It has happened before and it seems to stop nothing. It still only has 16 minutes left. I mean, at this rate, this is the longest 16 minutes ever. I do not know what I will remember when it happens. When I woke up next to my ship, had I just preformed a reset? That actually would make sense. At someone else. Everything is coming to an end. Perhaps that all that is left to learn the final truth of the simulation, to know who the travelers truly are. And then 1,000 galaxies will be gone, and 1,000 more will appear. It will all be mine to explore. Is there another way? There is no other way. Okay. While it lives, it can still create. The resets will not stop that. I do not know what to do or what it wants me to do. We can refuse the Atlas. What's the fun in that? Let's reset the simulation. Well, yeah, pretty much this. I have to know what happens. TDA, the last. Ooh, a new galaxy awaits. Well, actually, as weird as this might sound, I wouldn't even mind starting over at this point because, you know, I could have all the things that I've learned so far. What's this then? The creation? The creation? The creation? An imperfect galaxy, the Atlas has created a simulation of its own world. Its entire existence in an attempt to witness its own impending death. It wishes me to show its past, its future. So we can pick between these things or something? An exhausted galaxy. The Atlas has created a simulation of its own... Okay, this is the same, but this is an exhausted. So the one was an imperfect, this is an exhausted. A tranquil galaxy. Okay. So what's this one then? A ruthless galaxy. Anything else I can interact with here? I don't think so. Let me double check. Speak to Nada and Polo aboard the station. Well, we've already done that. I'm not sure why it's still showing this. Oh, okay. Well. I mean, this would be the obvious answer, right? The tranquil galaxy. I mean, is this just gonna put me in a different one? So what was this one? This was an exhausted galaxy. That doesn't sound very friendly. An imperfect galaxy. I mean... this one, maybe? I kind of like the imperfect one. Also, this seems to be the only one that doesn't have a color. Right? This one was like blue, the other one was yellow. Yeah. I mean, the other one is just white like the other text, so probably still has an associated color. It just happens to be the same as the rest of the text. Well, I definitely don't want to pick this one. That sounds a little bit hostile. This one seems the obvious choice. This seems... exhausted doesn't seem very attractive either. So, let's go with the most interesting choice, I think, among them. Let's go with this one. Okay, so let's reset the simulation. Are we doing the Big Bang? Oh wow, this is very flashing. Yes. Are you just loading an entire new galaxy right now? That would explain why this is taking so long. Either that or I'm missing out on some great music because I have turned off the music. Which is always a little bit annoying when you're recording because the music in some of these games is awesome, and I actually think the music in this game, what I've heard of it, is actually really good as well. If you're recording, it just messes up everything. Anyway, are we done flickering? Looked like it. Are you slowly turning into a line? Ooh, ooh, where are we going? And then everything was black. Oh wait, there we go. Ooh, we're now in the Hilbert dimension. Oh, I still have nightmares about my university classes about Hilbert spaces. This was definitely the wrong pick. I'm gonna have a certain song in my head that I used to sing while learning about Hilbert spaces, and it doesn't make any sense, so I'm not gonna sing it for you, but... Oh man, more flashing. Ooh, that is extremely bright. Oh boy.
Commencing Atlas system suit initialization. Life support systems activated.
Don't tell me we actually started completely over.
Shield kinetic system online.
I mean, like I was just saying, I actually don't mind that much if we do have to start over. I do hope that we were actually... that we don't have to do like all the quests again and stuff like that.
Multi-tool and mining laser attachment operational.
Oh wait, we do have some of our stuff still with us apparently because the paralysis mortar
Sequence complete.
is definitely something new. Okay, okay, okay. I kind of like this planet honestly. It looks kind of cool.
Commencing Atlas system suit initialization.
Hey, look, we have a remembrance. Okay, a relic of another place. Required parts, Heart of the Sun and Platinum? I have no idea what all of this is.
Thermal protection falling.
Everything you ever knew is within? That sounds kind of cool. Oh, look, my starship is actually here as well. Okay. Oh, we have our... Ah! No! Everything is broken? Well, not everything. Most things, though. Definitely most things. Okay, well, actually, it's probably not that bad. I mean, this is going to cost me a ton of materials to repair, but we do have quite a bit of that. Oh, man. Everything is broken. I mean, some of this stuff I can just repair with one click, so... we need some pugnium, ion batteries. Yeah, this is going to take a little bit of work, but it's not that bad. The freighter didn't have anything to begin with. Did I install any technology on my freighter? I might have lost something along the way here by upgrading my freighter to the Aerodome. Anyway, sorry, getting distracted. So, quest log, that's what I wanted to check. Ah, new beginning, a new galaxy awaits. The universe is yours to explore. Enjoy the journey. Visit your old friends, so we can still do that, and we can still do this quest. So, and actually we didn't really lose anything. We just need to install this, whatever this is at this point. But I think at this point, this episode has already turned into a gigantic thing. So I'm gonna go back to my ship, and I think this is where we'll end this particular episode, and we'll pick it up from there next time. And there we are in a brand new universe with most of our stuff intact, but an entire new universe to explore. And honestly, I feel like kind of starting over, making a new base and all of that, but that will have to wait until the next episode. So, if you've managed to sit through all of this story content, then you are truly awesome, and I do hope to catch you in the next one.